Las Vegas, it's Barman Sunday Night Poker!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Sunday Night Poker here on the Eie Network. Oh, stuff it. The EIEIO Network, because why the hell not? I hope everyone's having a good time, enjoying whether they're on lockdown, no pubness, no gymness, no cinemaness, no nothing, because, yeah, life is crazy and full of nutters. But let's go around the table, say hello to everyone. We're a bit thin on the ground at the moment. We are waiting for a few others to come, and we'll just introduce them as they come along. But first, we'll start with Aimee. How are you doing there, Aimee?
I am doing great. Thank you so much. I'm having a lot of fun getting everything all organized for the shows. So that's pretty much what I'm doing during this time. And homeschooling Matthew and having a great time with that. How are you all doing?
It's not too bad. You mentioned earlier you've got some snow coming.
Yes, we do. And the way they do the forecast is so much fun. It can go anywhere from a dusting to about 5 inches. So hopefully we're on the dusting side because, yeah, no, thank you.
So you have to get these weather companies not to do bios for people on dating sites because they just say, yes, he's somewhere between 5'5" and 5'11", and his penis is somewhere in the region of 1 inch to 7 inches. We can't be sure, though. It's like, those inches make a difference.
Especially on my back when I have to clean it up. So.
Oh, yes. I could take that in many a way. So on that note, I'll move over to SciStrikeling.
Hello, how are you? I'm all right.
As you can tell, I'm in one of those slightly crazy moods.
I see that. That's good though. I'm just enjoying my my little isolation. I've been watching some YouTube videos and working on my photography tutorial video, which will be out by the end of this week.
Oh, don't mention videos. I didn't get a chance to release one last week, and now this week I have so much time to make videos. There might be one every day. Who knows?
There you go.
Oh,
that's awesome.
No, it's all crazy. So you're self-isolating then?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, fun.
Still getting paid from work though, so that's important.
Well, that's the important thing, though, isn't it? Yeah, as long as you can get the paid from work, we're just sitting here like there's no one in the pub. It's no fair. Oh. But we'll see how things are doing on the other side of the world. Okay, Boomer, can you hear me?
I think I can. Can you hear me back?
Hey, of course I can. These big strings and things that they run all the way to Australia and New Zealand and everywhere else in the world with the cups on the end, they do quite well.
We're a hologram. It doesn't matter, mate. We're just part of the Matrix. You guys know that by now.
Don't tell people that. We're supposed to leave that. Now we're going to have to send the squirrels out against these people and get them to be brainwashed so they don't know.
Well, we had fight the flat Earth, and after the reclonification, we told him it was squirrel mating season, and unfortunately, he didn't quite understand what that meant. So I'm not going back there till he cleaned up his mess. It just wasn't the go. So. Yes, the old craig, yes. Squirrel mating season. We were supposed to just be wary of it, not actually participate. So anyway, hopefully he'll clean his mess up. And we went out for Armageddon too. We got our leather gear out and, it's all Mad Max over here now. Mad Max 2 or Road Warrior, whatever that movie is you guys have seen.
Yeah, Mad Max Road Warrior. No, I think the better plan, you want to get some face paint, just go outside, do yourself all up as... what they're called, zombies, and just walk down the street and see if anyone notices.
The zombies are in the supermarkets already, mate.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And so we've all got plenty of toilet paper?
I've got about 8 rolls left.
Oh, lovely. Good to see. So you need to see a doctor before any of this, right?
No. No, luckily we've got normal bowel habits, so we don't need too much in the way of toilet paper stockpiles. Unlike these people who are buying like 60 odd rolls, I'm thinking, wow, you must have serious problems with your backside.
Oh, well. You know who's buying all the toilet paper, don't you?
I don't even know what it's for. Please, it doesn't come with directions.
You're supposed to eat it, aren't you? That's what I think most people must be doing with it. It's why they need so much, because they're planning on eating it. But, oh well. Oh, Mr. Victory, how are you doing, sir?
Hey, what's up? I'm good. How's everybody else doing?
Not too bad, not too bad. Plodding along. What's going on in the world of Victory?
Just keeping safe, I guess. My little one's playing at a friend's house right now, so not too far away, but she's having fun. She's not cooped in all day.
Yeah.
Oh.
And just keeping eyes on my parents and keeping them out of the public, and since they're in their 80s.
Oh, yep.
Oh, dear.
So it's all good. Everybody's happy and safe, so can't complain about that.
No. That's the main thing. Keeping yourself safe, keeping anyone else you can help with, and not being crazy. So, because there's enough crazy people out there at the moment. We need to hide from them all. Yeah. Unfortunately, we do actually have one on the table. Tatty, how are you doing? Did you like that little segue?
Oh, that was nice, man. That was nice. I appreciated that. Okay, well, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. The whiskey is flowing. I've been designated as a key worker, which means I don't get to sit at home.
Oh.
I need to go into my work. However, on the plus side, the City Council has suspended all parking charges.
Hey.
Excellent.
Which is nice. So as it is. That's a nice wee touch. So at least I don't need to get the bus in. I can drive into my work.
Oh, that makes a world of difference right there.
Oh, hell yeah. It most certainly
It really
does.
does.
But yeah, no, just keeping busy. In between real life and looking at stupid to expose you what to. It's been a busy wee week.
There's enough stupid in the world, isn't there? So,
Oh, aye, but
if
I like
we can
to show you a wee
avoid
bit
some of
more.
it. Though I do like a post that my dad shared on Facebook today. I don't know where he found it, but it was what was it? For all you people out there panic buying, don't forget to buy more condoms, because we can't do with any more idiots like you. And I was like, that was quite good.
That's awesome.
There are a good few things on the panic buying, on the taking the mickiness going around, but tried to buy some cheese today, and it's like, no, you can only have 3 bags. It's like, okay, that's fine. I'll get 3 bags of this mozzarella, and I'll get 3 balls of mozzarella, because the trade market's shut and I need cheese. Like, no, you can only have 3. So what do you mean? So you can only have 3 cheeses. But they're not the same cheese. Doesn't matter, you can only have 3.
Oh,
Fuck off. It's mozzarella. How many people come out and buy shit tons of mozzarella, apart from people who are either doing something with a load of mozzarella for a load of people or making pizzas? They had shitloads of mozzarella, cases of it, because nobody buys the shit apart from me. Bastards.
So now they're hoarding mozzarella.
They're hoarding mozzarella, apparently. So, but there was nothing on the shelves in my local Tesco's. There was no sausages, no bacon, no chicken, no beef, no pork, nothing like that. It was shit. It was really, really shit. So,
Wow.
anyone else seen their shelves locally? They're all looking a bit worrying.
Oh, God.
Very
They're
bare.
bad. They're bad.
I got the last.
Entire aisles.
I get the last packet of mints in the supermarket today.
Damn. So I know we went last week to get mints and couldn't get any. Had to buy the frozen mints. So made nice bolognese though. We did make a nice bolognese.
yeah, we had no
Barman.
meat at my local store
Barman.
at all.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, ground beef.
Yeah, I knew what you meant by mints. I didn't think you actually meant mints. Yes.
No, not the breast stuff. Yeah, I know what you meant too. Yeah.
Ground beef. So it's an
Ground beef.
old Scottish joke, because we do a pie called a mince round. The joke is that the guy goes into the butcher's, and he said, "Can I have a mince round?" And the butcher goes, "Aye, knock yourself out."
I get that joke. Aimee,
Yes, we got
you
something,
do it the
didn't we?
best. You do it.
Oh,
the best.
thank you. Let me see if I can
Don't
find
forget,
it.
it's local monetary units. Do you want me to send it?
Oh. Oh, here it is. All right. Sorry, my computer is like lagging behind for some reason.
That's all right.
It's thank you. It's Godless Scummer for £5. He says everyone at the Eie Network should be classed as key workers because the need to combat stupidity is greater than ever right now, and he is so right. We've got to fight the stupid. Yes, we've got to fight the stupid.
I feel like we all need to do videos on don't panic buy, be nice to each other, just wash your hands. And if you touch your phone in between doing anything, give your phone a wipe too. Oh, Spurs has just messaged me that he's on his way. So he's got the link, so he may drop in. So as always, with all our guests, please be as nice to him as we'd want him to be to us.
Are you sure about this, Barman? Are you really sure about this?
Well, we've had a call for an uprising on, and we were nice to him. And
But that's not
let's
Spurs.
be fair. No, a call for an uprising is much worse when it comes to just horribleness. Spurs is just Spurs. I've actually met him in real life.
That's right. Yes.
I did, yeah.
Oh,
I met him down
and
in
AB.
fire thing.
Yeah, there was me and AB Science having a pint in the pub on the corner. Like, that's Mark Sargent. They started unrolling all these banners for the Flat Earth. So, for God's sake. We knew they were in Cardiff. It was like, oh, it just happens we're having a drink at the same time. So, yeah. That was fun. But Mark Sargent, he's very strange to talk to because you can understand why he's done so well because he comes across all quite nice and he does well for chatting and things. Very articulate. But you can sort of see how you could say he doesn't actually believe any of this. He just wants people to do more science. That's my impression of him, anyway.
Interesting.
Okay. At least he's not
learning about it.
Oh, did you hear Lemon Bird today over on Jose's?
I did.
Oh, no,
and
I
I
didn't.
couldn't.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
So this is stupid. Unless you want to tell the story, Amy.
Oh no, you go ahead. You go ahead because you.
Mark's coming.
So, Lemon Bird's one of his.
Just
new
before you
clients
start the
today.
story, Mr. V,
Okay.
we'll just get Spurs sat down at the table and things like that. And then we can do the story, because otherwise I'll be interrupting the story to do all of that. So,
Do setup.
Spurs, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear
There he
me?
is. We can, yes. Awesome, mate. If you just check out the side chat for the meets, you'll see there's the link for the table where we all play poker. If you click on that, the password is the word below it, all lowercase, exactly as it's typed there. And then while you're sorting that, any problems, just give us a shout and we'll just let Mr. Victory do his story while you're doing that.
So
And then
just
we'll all
check,
be good, mate.
do I talk through here or talk through the other link?
You talk through the meets. The website is literally just for the poker.
Gotcha. Okay.
Nice to meet you,
hands,
Spurs.
Amy.
Nice to
Thank
meet you. Nice.
you.
Who am I talking to? Who's
This is
Amy.
Aimee
Amy,
Hogan
yeah.
having a
Hello,
chat,
hello.
saying hello to you. Yeah, we've got Amy, SciStrikeling, OK Boomer, Mr. Victory, Tatty, and myself at the table at the moment. Pip Parrot is supposed to be joining us, but I don't know where she's got to tonight. So, very odd. But yeah, Mr. V, if you want to do your story while Spurs gets sat down at the table and things, that'd be cool.
Okay. So today's Lemon Bird decided he'd come up with something new, and basically he said the reason why there are redheads is because the Nephilim or the giants were redhead and they mated with girls.
What?
That's why they have. That's why the giants in Noah's age mated with the girls, and their offspring had red hair.
Jeez.
Giant girls or just normal girls?
So
Coming from a nation that's full of
basically
redheads.
that's
I'm
basically
calling
the
bullshit.
plot line to Mortal Instruments.
That's a very random one, I will say. I mean,
Very
I'm
random,
with
very
Tatty on that. Yeah, I'm with Tatty on that. Wales, Scotland, and Ireland are all known for the redheads we have. But yeah, I've seen no evidence of giants that of them bred with these redheads. Sorry, that of course, yeah, the whole thing's a bit confusing.
Yeah, it was a little confusing. I wasn't sure where he was going with that. At least it didn't last very long.
No,
Barman.
it's a bit odd though. Yes,
Do you want to talk Spurs through changing his name?
I can do. Yeah, if you unmute Spurs, would you like to change your name on the table to Spurs? Because it's really easy if you want to. 50p says he's doing what we all do and forgetting we're muted and talking and wondering why no one's answering.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I do that.
We all do that all the time.
Why?
It's so easy to do. If you want to change your nickname, so on the table it appears as your name, the 3 lines in the top right-hand corner of the page, click on them, click on profile, then settings, and then just change your name. You'll need to set a password for it, but any password will do fine. You don't need an email address to sign up. And SciStrike. No, you can have that one.
Ouch. That's
Yeah,
gonna leave me with
and
nothing.
Big one.
that'll get you your name changed on there.
Okay,
So,
yeah,
are you any good at poker then, Spurs? Have you all come in to steal all our chips?
No, I don't know how to play poker, sorry.
Oh, that's fine. We'll teach you how to play poker. So, it obviously, as the table's just started, it's perfect. We'll go around with the betting round first. That you look at your cards, you think, yeah, that's worth playing, or that's rubbish. You're after pairs, 3 of a kinds, a straight, a flush, which is 5 cards all the same, royal flush, and things like that. You're basically looking to make the best 5-card hand you can with the 2 cards in your hand, and then 5 cards on the table. At this point, I'd say just check because your time is just about to run out. Oh no! Hey, perfect time. So whatever you've got in your hand now, you're looking to make pairs with what's on the table. We'll have another round of betting now, which you're starting. So you can either bet or check. Yeah, and just to warn Tatty, we've got an incoming demonic Davros.
Yay.
With that stalking boy country, he's in with.
What was that, Boomer? That sentence seemed to get away from you then.
Yes, he's within range of the order. Oh, I need the coffee to kick in.
You do need the
Yeah,
coffee
coffee.
sticking. Hi,
Coffee.
Demonic. How you doing?
Not for the win.
I'm doing
Hey,
okay.
Good.
Right, now,
Cool.
I need to know, how the hell do I get into the game?
In the meet side chat is the link and the password for the table, mate. Oh, Spurs, I think you missed your hand and you've gone to sit out.
Are you
unless
able
you're-
to... Yeah, just... Right, so, problem being, right, if I'm going to have to mute in me, so I need you to send it via Discord so I can jump into it on my tablet, so I can talk and harass and mute when I need to, and I can play the game still.
That's fine, mate. Let me find you. I'm sure I've got you on my message list somewhere on Discord.
Of course you do.
Let me just do my check. But it depends how long ago I last spoke to you in private. I don't, because I'm useless at sending. Most of my messages are, here's a meets link to people. There you are. I found you quite quickly. There you go.
See?
That's the one for that.
Nice. Click
What have I
the
got here? 1, 2,
button.
4. There we go. So you're getting sit down. You've been on here before, so you know what you're doing, I think. Oh, maybe you haven't.
What's the password for the game?
The password is, well, I can say it's the Shills. It's all as one word, all lowercase.
Shit. Oh, so, go.
And that should get you on. There we go.
I'll sit next to Boomer.
Cool.
Yay, I'm dead.
If you want to change your name, click in the top right-hand corner. Yeah, if you want to change your name, click in the top right-hand corner, go to profile, go to settings, and change your name. And that's all good. Right, Spurs, are you all right there, mate? You're muted and sitting out on the table. Are we all okay, dude? I don't like people missing out. and I've just been delivering.
Yeah, I mean, I really have no idea how to play poker. I mean, I've never played it before. What you've just said was just like a foreign language to me.
Don't worry.
That's all right.
Yeah, we can see.
It was
Sit back
me
in.
too when I first started.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll play a hand with you. What I'll do, I'll sit out. You sit back in, and when it comes to the next hand, because my hand was rubbish on that anyway, I'll literally go through you step.
Pick it.
Sit back in, right at the bottom of the page, where it's sit in, you want to press, because I've already sat out. And then what I'll do, can you see Discord at the same time?
Yes.
Cool. What I'll do, as we're playing, you let me know what you've got on Discord. I'll explain and tell you if it's worth playing without giving your hand away to everyone else. So you're still in the position where you can play, and we can teach you little by little. Hopefully you'll be in the next hand. I'm just looking where the dealer is because of blinds and things like that. But yeah. But while waiting for that, have you seen anything that's really made you laugh this week online? Because I've seen a load of silly Corona music videos which have really made me laugh.
I saw a Corona prank. So this guy, he went into a mall and he said to the security guards, "Oh, excuse me, I have Corona, what should I do?" And they started to get on their walkie-talkies. You know, this guy's he said, "Oh, but I've just got a bottle, just a bottle of alcohol." Yeah, that was quite funny.
That's quite good. I do always feel like you should make jokes out of things.
Oh dear God.
If not, it gets very depressing if you don't joke out of things all the time. I mean, take them seriously, but you've got to make the jokes as well.
The thing is, I could give you a Corona joke, but it'll take you 2 weeks to see if you get it or not.
Oh, you twat.
Terrible.
That was terrible. That really was terrible.
What's the second half? Come on, Daddy.
I'll keep the rest for the second half.
Oh, who's the bloody dealer? What's that crap?
Tattie's the dealer today.
Oh, was he dealing poop?
That explains it.
Right.
Oh, that explains it. You.
Spurs through here. So, depending on what your cards you've got now, Spurs, if you haven't got any pairs matching in your hand, or a 3 or a 4, when it comes to you, you probably want to fold. Oh no, you called. Awesome. Fair enough.
Okay. Is it me again? Huh?
It's just gone past you. You must have clicked on to call automatically. No, he sat in.
Nice.
So, because you're after making pairs, 2 sets of pairs, 3 of a kind, runs of 5 cards in numerical order, one after another. But you get your first 3 cards like were on the table a second ago, then a round of betting, this next card, then another round of betting, and then the last card, and then a round of betting. You want to try and gamble to have the best card.
Sure.
But it's all for fun, so if you lose the money, it doesn't matter. There'll be a birthday cake will appear at the top of the page. You click on the cake and you can get more chips. But
Can I have my cake and eat it too?
Yes.
you can, yes.
You can eat and get more
How does
cake.
cake turn to? Yeah, how does cake turn into chips?
Because cakes are a lie.
It's your birthday present.
No, cakes are a lie. Everyone knows
They're
that cakes
inside.
are a lie.
Yeah.
Well, my question
Just
was
like
there some
something
form of
cake made
crumbed
of time.
fish?
Now I want cake, damn it.
I know. I'm hungry.
I have like those like instant cakes, the ones you make in like a coffee mug type of thing. I should probably make one of those.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, those are good. Brownies
There's actually
too.
homemade chocolate and banana cake on the bar at the moment that I shouldn't really be
I have to tell you, I hate that being home all the time. I eat so much more. It's terrible.
eating.
I've noticed that
I eat out
too.
of boredom.
Ideally, right now, Spurs, you want to draw a queen. Otherwise, don't call it, mate.
Put in lots of money. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'd fold that if I were you, Spurs. He's just sent me what he's got. I'd hit. Oh no, fold! I said fold. I definitely said fold.
Oh,
Doesn't matter. He's on now.
dear.
You might be lucky.
Dog.
No, full house. No, he had
Boomer's
the
got
queen
the
and the
2 and the queen.
Oh dear.
He did.
I'm a really bad
Yeah.
winner there, Ross, too. Hey, by the way,
No,
you
that-
have your domestic order with us, so you're getting a bit close here, mate. Have you read your order?
I mean, yeah. So now that hand's gone, I can say Spurs had an ace and a 2. So for anyone looking at that, sorry, an 8 and an ace. So for anyone looking at that, he could have had the chance of winning it because of the 2 pairs on the table. The ace would have been a kicker. So
Oh yeah.
it could have been a good hand. Yeah, it could have been a good hand with having that ace.
Well, no, Boomer had the highest pair.
Yeah, but I'm saying if it wasn't there for having the 5 and the 2s on the board, that ace would have come into play. I was trying to explain kickers.
Don't explain. Kickers don't mean shit when you don't have the highest pair.
No,
My
but I was
pair
saying
was
if he didn't have the pair. So if it
Well,
was
we
only
drank-
the 5 and the 2 that were in play, if there was only those 2 pairs on the table and no one had the pair, then his kicker would have come into play.
And that's a kicker.
They were. My cards weren't the highest pair. They were drug tested before the game, and they were clean. So
Oh dear.
Oh, dear me. Right then, let's see if I can win some chips now when I come back in.
Did everybody hear what Hollywood's doing with their movie supposed to release this month, next month?
I don't think they're releasing any, are they?
They're going to release it digitally. The ones that can.
Oh, nice.
Yep. They gotta go
They just
direct to
released-
stream.
Yep, they just released the Invisible Man yesterday.
I think it should be that way. I think you should have to like pay like you would a movie ticket, but like cheaper, and then just watch it,
Yeah.
digitally.
Yeah.
Hang on, how does that make sense? You got to pay like a movie ticket but cheaper. That's not paying like a movie ticket.
Well, the movie ticket you're paying for, the overhead and the seats and all that kind of stuff. But if you're watching it from home, you would just pay a smaller fee to watch the movie, to be able to watch the movie digitally.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not using any of their resources.
No, they do have to. Most of the
bugger.
studios have to rent out how to get it digitally. In person.
Yes.
Sit in again.
That's why.
Spurs, if you want to play the next hand, sit in again.
Me, yeah, okay, sit in, yeah, sure.
Also, there we go. I'm determined I'm going to win some chips this week. I'm falling behind Tatty. It's no fair.
Uh-oh. Can't have that.
No,
I
God,
just
no.
am just utterly miserable at this, so I've only got 29 chips right now.
Is that all you've got, though? No, bless.
I know, that's it. No balance, just my 29 chips.
I knew
By the
you had
look of it, you're actually going to hit the cake, Amy, for the first time in weeks.
Mr.
Yes.
Victory, that's a gun
I
in my.
know.
I'm not happy to see you, mate. Don't do that again. You will not be walking out with a load of bollocks.
Oh, okay.
Loaded bollocks, did you just say that?
Hey.
Here's a promise.
Well, just to say to SciStrike, Jin Yu has just tagged us in a heist.
I see that.
Oh, nice.
There we go.
So I have actually forgot to mention the music for tonight. Tatty, you can remember the name of the band, because even though it's the same band as last week, I've forgotten.
Yep, Last Alibi.
Very tranquil, very peaceful,
That's
nice sound, yeah. Very good.
Well, no, this the background music here is just the piano music. That's just standard background. There's a band that we've got playing on tonight. It's only a recording one, but the bassist is actually one of Tatty's friends in real life.
Tatty's
So
got
they're
friends? What?
Real life.
Tatty's got friends, yeah. Yeah, real life friends as well.
Wow.
So yeah. Well, Spurs, it's on you two to bet, mate.
Auto-fold.
Well,
There.
The gun has worked.
Never mind. But catch the next hand, it's not a problem. So it's all fun. But yeah, the music we've got coming on, so it's the same band as last week, because they're really good, to be fair. Nice, rocky music. Not too bad, but well worth to listen to. But yeah. And then, unfortunately, we're going to have to make up our own jokes, because Punchy's not here.
Punchy is a
not feeling
dream.
good? Punchy's still not feeling good?
The good thing with Punchy being there is whatever joke you've got that's bad, you know he's going to have one that's worse. So he's the perfect stroke.
He is, yeah.
It's a perfect foil.
Oh, yeah. You can pull out
Punchy
all
is the
sorts.
first one for all the jokes.
Actually, is Punchy a foil or is he a muse? Which one?
Well,
Oh, good point.
I want to paint you.
I'm just going to call him crazy. Oh, damn it. I got too confused then and missed that. Oh, no, I folded. That's fine. I thought I was sitting out for a minute. I get easily distracted.
Yeah, we know that. Watched your
But
videos.
it's because I've got chocolate orange cookies at the moment.
Oh, stop
He's
it.
got cookies, he's got cake, he's got...
Yeah, everything.
Oh, what's up with this?
I'm
We
fine.
have
you
to
have
go to
your
the
own
store
bar.
tomorrow. I don't know
Yeah.
how it's going to go.
You've got 8 seconds. 7, 6. Yay.
Don't, hey, geez, but piss off. I know how to play poker.
Well, you're actually in your time bank, which means you took almost 40 seconds to play that hand.
That's okay. That's okay.
He had to think on that one.
I just thought you getting distracted by me getting distracted, so I didn't want you to get distracted and miss the hand by me being distracted and missing the hand.
Stop
Oh, good lord.
he was pausing for dramatic effect.
Yeah.
That's right.
Dum, dum.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, dear me. So I forgot to ask
Morning.
Amy, who have you got on the UnCalled For this evening?
Tonight we have Sweet Heathen. She is going to be with us tonight, and we are going to be looking at some very interesting videos.
Did I win? Yay me, I wins.
You did win.
Thanks.
won.
Thanks for
You
the money,
did.
Tatty.
Congrats! Oops. Didn't send me
I feel
out
like you're
there.
using. I feel like you're using the word interesting very loosely, Amy.
Yes, yes. Trying to be
How
nice.
high above that head is you?
So what are
Yeah.
the subjects for the video tonight? Can you say?
Not well. One
It's
is
a surprise.
yeah, one of them is a surprise. Yeah, there are surprises. If you look at the links, you'll see who they are. But we've got one where he's one person is blaming women for everything that's going on, and
Validation boy, then, isn't it?
It's got to be really, hasn't it?
That was pretty easy there.
that was. So we've got him on, and then another gentleman whose name starts with a C. I can't remember right now, but right off the top of my head. And he's another one who's just in incel and stuff like that. So I haven't looked over the videos.
Validation boy again.
Yeah, probably. Because yes,
Validation
start
boy.
with this word. Yes. So that's tonight at 7:30.
That's going to be very cool. Validation chipmunk.
Validation chipmunk.
That was perfect. That was so funny. We've got to do that again.
Oh, it is funny.
I have
as
a
hell.
feeling we'll get the chance.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah, he's a very troubled individual, I think, because there's no way you can be like that like that all the time.
That's
Or
one
do we
of one
think
of
it's just an
people-
act he puts on for the show?
Oh, but
I'm wondering. It's a
Oh,
toss-up right now.
we watched his stupidity yesterday on that Star Wars is about men and women.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like gender specific, that the Sith are vaginas and
Yeah.
What? God.
Okay.
All right.
yeah, but has he seen Darth Vader? Darth Vader looks
Ooh.
nothing. Looks
Hang on,
like
we've
a
got
certain phallic
spices
symbol.
But he's actually crazy.
Oh, gutted.
Oh,
So I
Don't
thought
forget
Spurs
the
was going to
cake.
win big then. Unlucky Spurs. If you click the cake near the top of the page on the poker, mate, it'll give you another 100 free chips.
Okay.
I'm not getting cake. Where's the waiter? Serve the cake. I need
You've got
some.
14 chips left. You're not allowed any. You're fat enough.
The gun is pointed. I do have the gun. He's put that in as a filter. He has the gun. Yes, what's the other one? Oh, the beauty of Validation Boy is, and Han Solo. Well, that's masturbation, and he is a master of masturbation. In fact, that's the one thing he's knowledgeable on.
Master debater.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Han Solo. I mean, it's there. Go check it out.
I mean, it makes sense in a very twisted sort of way, but still, no.
Yeah,
Spurs, you've been very
here's a
quiet back
question.
there. Do you want to... Oh, go on, Demonic. I'll let you go first.
Yeah, so what happens if you get Ric Flair and Han Solo together? What do you get?
I don't know. What do you get? I'm quite worried here.
Wuhan.
Oh, God. Oh, dear me.
Oh, my gracious.
Oh.
No.
So I don't know if I want to ask, but Spurs, what's your opinion on Validation Boy? Because from what I've known and seen you online and things, I can't see him being the sort of person you agree with some of the things he comes out with. But if you want to not get in on the conversation, then that's fine. We won't take it either badly or anything. But
What was said? What did he say?
Validation Boy, he's very anti-female. I mean, Amy can explain it best. Incel, women, everything women do is sort of wrong. Their place belongs in the kitchen and things like that. Very anti-homosexual, cross-dressing, anything like that. Yeah, he's a bit... But he's very vocal and rude about it as well.
Troubled individual was the best term.
Yeah.
Right, Wayne.
Yeah, have you seen any of his stuff, or...?
I've heard him speak about Flat Earth and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, you can agree with his Flat Earth stuff, whether you do or not, but it was more his... if you haven't heard him, what he said about women and things, that's fair enough. Mr. Victory, what the hell? Sorry. Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, Daddy.
With kings.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, sorry about that. I just got distracted for a second. So, yeah, I mean, obviously you can agree with his Flat Earth stuff, but it was just if you'd seen anything on his take on women. But, yeah, if you haven't, that's fair enough.
I haven't.
No, that's fine. Hey, to be fair, I didn't think it's the sort of stuff I've ever seen you floating around in or anything like that, so...
No, we just exposed the lie of the globe and just raise awareness, really, that, we don't have any science to back up the heliocentric model, anything like rotation or curvature. We know space, obviously, is a myth, doesn't exist, we can't go there. So that's what we do, that's what I try to focus on, yeah.
So what's a tide do? How does a tide work?
No, we're not getting into debates on here. This is all just for fun. He's had a little bit on what he does, but it was more. Yeah, he doesn't go in for the women-y bits and things like that.
Right.
So,
as long as I'm not considered evil just for being who I am, then I'm all good.
Amy, we all
How can you be
agree.
evil, Amy? You're never evil.
Amy,
Well,
Amy, sheep are evil.
His sheep are evil. That's right. His sheep are evil.
I do feel a bit bad that your avatar isn't a sheep anymore. It's like, being Welsh and everything, I really like that avatar.
Thank you.
So, Amy, what's your view on women then, if that's what we're talking about?
Well, since I am a woman, I just feel like I shouldn't be blamed for all the ills of the world. I think we're all, to be honest with you, I think it's everyone's, we don't work together well enough. There's too much vitriol and everything in society today, and I don't think gender plays any role in it whatsoever. I just think that we all need to have a better society and world. I think we should be working together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, of course, that sounds about right, yeah.
Thank you.
Good way to take it. Ooh.
Thank you.
Right, I'm not feeling very confident with these chips. Tatty, I need your chips. Give me all your chips.
Oh, no chance.
I know.
Trying to get chipped off my Scots.
Are you married, Amy?
I'm widowed now, so.
Ah, okay. Sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
Although,
Thank you.
although I'm not a woman myself, speaking as an enthusiast, I actually say it's pretty hard to just pick on someone for basically an X or a Y chromosome. It just doesn't make sense to me. To me, it's sort of, I don't know, suggest insecurities on the other person's behalf, and they just need to point at something. Oh, boobs. Okay, I'll blame her. That's her fault that my lot in life isn't the way I like.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly it, and that can go, and it's funny, and coming from me, it's I'm pretty progressive, but just it comes from both sides, and I have seen it on both sides where oh, it's all this group's fault, oh, it's that group's fault. No, I think it's just that.
Fault for what exactly? What's validation?
Any societal ills that everybody comes up with when they're
It's good to
it's
rhyme
hard
and everything.
yeah, it's just everything. But it's like, for an example of what some people say, they say it's women's fault that society is the way it is. They blame single parents, they blame this, that, and the other thing.
Well, definitely the other thing.
Yeah, yeah, the other thing. So it's stuff like that. I don't think it's. I just think nobody's willing to really sit down and discuss any issue that they feel strongly about. So I think so they have to have a scapegoat to blame and everything like that. So that's what I'm thinking right now.
Okay.
I mean, I can't say I'm the best person for not being sexist, because I do the occasional sexist jokes and stuff like that. But I'm just a terrible person. But I wouldn't ever go as far as some of the videos I've seen on here for the trans investigation ones, the ones where you do see the women should be in the kitchen. What's this woman doing, wanting to work in frontline duty and things like that? It'll distract the men. Will it? Really? Okay, whatever.
Well, that's really funny, because at home, I do the washing, I do the dishes, I do the vacuuming, I do the dusting, I take care of the children. I haven't got any boobs.
What do you mean it would distract the men if women are in the army? What do you mean by that?
There was the long-time argument that women shouldn't serve on frontline duties because men will be distracted. If the woman gets hurt, they're more likely to go and check on the woman and protect the woman than they are to complete their duties first, as it comes down to the whole protection issue.
The best sniper in the world was a woman.
There we go.
Are you saying that if you were on the front line with Aimee and she was injured, you would just treat her as everybody else?
I think it'd be different with Aimee because I've known her outside of it. But if it was frontline duty as a woman sort of thing,
you would know the woman on the front line, right?
You would know the woman on the front line, but your first interaction with them would be as a work army colleague. You might go through basic training and things together, and it should be drummed into your head at that point.
Okay. So when the Titanic was sinking and we saved women and children, are you saying we should change that now and just every man for themselves?
No, it shouldn't be every man for themselves. I will always agree with women and children first.
Should we put the women first?
Women and children first in an evacuation issue. I will always agree with.
Why are we putting the women first? If you're saying,
because I'm sexist.
No, but I'm saying to the lady here, if we all want to be equal, why would we put women? Why do we put women first if that's the case on the Titanic, for example?
On the Titanic.
On an equal footing.
Or any ship, if a ship were to sink today, we would save the women. Or should we say, Aimee, every man for themselves?
No, I think there is a gray area there. I think what we would.
That's for the money.
Sure. I would say that there is a gray area. I think we should have it in an orderly fashion. Would I say, as a mother, I would say children first, save my son. But I'm a mom, so of course I would say that. And I understand that there, extenuating circumstances that would make somebody say that.
Okay, so let's say you're on the front line and you get injured. Would you want rescuing any more than, say, a male soldier? Would you say, come to me, save me first? I'm a mother.
No. because I have a job to do, and part of doing that job is keeping order and having things work the way they're supposed to when you're in a.
So how can you stop the men feeling that they need to protect you? What can you do to stop the men from thinking, well, this lady needs protecting, we should protect this lady more than anybody else? As
a bloke, I don't.
On the Titanic, men that their first instinct is to save the women, right? No.
Well, that's actually a good question. And what I would think to do is it does start at home. You raise your children, and it would be even easier if you had like a boy and a girl to raise, to say, you know, you're not better than her because you're a boy. She's not better than you because she's a girl.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. If you say that, but if you say that, then they're on the Titanic, or they're in, you know, they're on the front line. Then how do they decide? Okay, so, you know, save who, or where's the back? You know, you're giving a mixed message here, Amy, a little bit.
Well, no, she said
not
on the
really,
front line,
because I'm saying on the front line. Yeah, on the front line, it would be like any other, you know, health situation. It would be triaged as to whoever is most seriously wounded and needs to get out.
But men, in reality, would men feel like that?
I don't know how a man would feel.
I medical professionals. You're
highly trained when you're in the military, though. So you would, you know, your training would kick in, and you would, and the medics, if they're there, would triage and determine who needs to be pulled out first, according to what injuries they have.
Yeah, it's a regimented training. They train for that, and that's really done. There's no relevance or anything made. The training kicks in a combat situation, so it's probably really a moot point. Yeah, because the way the military works.
Let's say you've got a situation. You've got a man and a woman, both with their leg blown off, and they saved the man. The woman could have been saved, but she dies because she didn't get pulled out in time. So the guy would be attacked for not pulling out the woman first, no?
Well, if he does, that's a societal thing. Like when I was going back to how we would, how to combat having, you know, that issue would be when you're raising your children, would be to say, you know, would be to start by saying, you know, you're no more important than him because you're missing parts. And he's no more important than you because of, you know, of anything. You just treat them like you're both my kids. I would and I would love you equally, and doesn't matter whether they're a boy or a girl. For example, when I was pregnant with my son, I just wanted him to have, you know, to be healthy, to have a happy, healthy baby. That's what I wanted, and I got it.
Wouldn't you say to, if you had a boy and a girl, wouldn't you say to your son, protect your sister at all times?
I would want them to look out for each other.
Good point. Yep.
Thank you. And that's how I was raised at home. I was told, you know, we all look out for each other. We're family. We work together. Sure. That's just how family is.
Of course. That's normal. But
I looked after my younger sister, and then my younger sister looked after our youngest brother. And it just went as age, because it was easier for age that, I look after her, she looks after him.
Right.
Because it was just a family thing. But I was just going to say the conversation, though it's a really good conversation, I think that should be as a thing for a show at some point, either between the two of you and a couple of others, because it's actually really interesting to talk about. But this being poker, it's more about jokes and taking the mick, and I don't want to spoil it by saying that.
Oh.
But you know what I mean? Just like, it would make a really good show. Whether I don't know whether you would have Spurs on the UnCalled Four, or we get him on the Shills one night to talk about something like this. Especially if we can get
women
some
in
videos
Barman first.
But yeah, it could make for a very good conversation on a show.
So. Honestly and
whether we do
seriously,
it as
I
a
do.
special show or something like that, if Spurs would be up for that, because it is a really interesting conversation. I just don't want it to be, because this is poker night, it's supposed to be a laugh and things as well, isn't it? As much as I love good conversations, I'm like, ooh.
So chill.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll just say hello because I believe Ilya's jumped into the meets.
Hey, Ilya.
Oh, she's still muted. Might be busy. But yeah, no, it's a very good conversation. But
Thank you.
yeah, but it would be a difficult one to sort out who would go first in any situation. But yeah, apart from obviously the more beautiful ones first, like me, because I'm obviously gorgeous. Gorgeous to all the blind people and my wife.
Yes, mate. There's a stretcher spot for you, I'm sure. Yeah, we'll be picking you up.
Yeah. I'm just about I should be used on a boat first as the first person to fall off the boats because I'm quite large. I'd be a good flotation device for other people who can't. So if anyone wants to grab hold of my body, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, so you just failed then by saying, anybody want to grab hold of my body?
Why would you grab it?
Use Barman as a flotation device. Doesn't that make you feel good?
As a flotation device.
Yeah. Right,
See,
here you go.
Professor Funbags would be a better flotation device.
Any flotation device could be a better flotation device.
Oh, you're so rude. It's so rude.
No,
My
it's
wife would use me as a flotation device.
Just there might be photographs, and I wouldn't want that to come up in the paper.
That's true. That's true.
You always post unflattering shots.
Oh dear. Oh, what's Spongy saying? Punchy needs toilet paper. And they've got lots of snow there. Oh.
Oh, that makes me cry because that means I'm probably going to get that in the next few days. Then that storm that's coming.
We've had gorgeous sunshine here today. If the pub had been open today properly, I would have like actually made some money, which would have been nice. It's like, oh. We forgot to ask Spurs. Spurs, I'm not sure where in the country you are, but what's it like by you in the shops and things like that?
It's just getting worse and worse. Yeah.
Oh. Have you got a reasonable supply of a few tin goods and things like that in?
Yeah, prepared for the next few weeks.
Cool. You haven't gone mad and bought 60 rolls of toilet paper, have you?
Oh, I can't move. Everywhere's full of. I'm barricaded in.
With TP. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I saw a joke. I can't remember if I mentioned it last week, and it was the first Australian man who's died due to complications from coronavirus. The police had to break into his house and they found 4,000 rolls of toilet paper, 6,000 cans of beans, 3 dozen boxes of toilet cleaner and hand soap. Unfortunately, it all collapsed on and killed him, daft bugger. I was like, oh. But yeah, you will always get people who are going to go take the mick and buy far too much stuff.
There's a thing about it whereby people just want to grab something because you don't want to have nothing in a, what do you call it? They don't know what situation is. So you just got to have, whether it's a couple of bits of wood or a stick or whatever, just grab a rock, have something. It's just human. We're thinking of a show on it, actually.
Nice, Antats.
Nice, Daddy.
But no, I've been playing 60 seconds Reatomize today, if anyone's played it. So you've got 60 seconds to grab your supplies and get in your nuclear bunker. Do you know the one supply you don't have to grab? Toilet paper. Your main concerns are soup and water. Then it's your gun, an axe, a gas mask, and things going down your list. Like, these are the things you want to get. It's like, yeah, toilet paper is definitely not one of them.
I've got a question for you. Nuclear explosions, what the fuck's a gas mask going to do for you?
I think it was more when you went outside. So it was to try and limit some of the radiation.
Nuclear radiation gets absorbed through the skin.
I know, but it's a computer game, and it helped if you had a smell because you only have a bucket in the corner.
Ew.
Oh, so you need the gas mask for the toilet.
Yeah,
Correct.
Imagine all those doomsday preppers that are bogging out in their little cabin right now thinking, the time has come. They've got their guns and their crap food and they're waiting for Armageddon. Must be a real good time in there right now.
And then they
We're
get
having a
the
little
toilet
party.
paper and they're all
I'm
out.
gonna have to get off now, chaps. I'll catch you.
No worries, Fizz. If you'd like to have a proper chat like you were having with Amy before about something, send me, Tatty, Dick, any of the Shills a sort of message, and we'll see if we can arrange something. Because that was a really interesting conversation. I was enjoying it. Just wanted to keep it more relaxed for
Yeah,
poker.
no problem. No worries.
Awesome, dude.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
as
and
well.
any
Thank
of
you
us
very
are on
much for coming.
Discord.
Hi, nice to meet you,
Amy.
man. Catch you later.
Yeah, hopefully we'll teach you some
you.
poker properly next time. But thanks for coming, dude.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Dick saying, keep me out of it. No. He can message any of us. Fair play. He was nice and polite. So
Yep, he was.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, those two.
I let him have his little bit about, yes, the world is flat and we've got this technology. No one's got any scientific proof. I thought, oh, does he really want to do that on the show? And I'm quite glad. All of you, fair play to everyone. None of you said, no, it's fucking not. We can do this. We can do that. We can
I
do
had
this.
to bite my tongue, especially with the space fake. Man. I was just like, oh my god.
Well, it was the moment he said we've got no science. I was going to go, ha!
He's earning his shill money, guys. Just leave him alone. He's on a pay break. He's doing his work.
Yeah, you know chemo's a shill. Come on.
Yeah,
get rid of people.
that's a shill. How else could he know the timing of the space station? Only high-ranking NASA know that.
And I'm sorry I carried the conversation on. I just didn't want to be rude.
Cool, man.
No, it was fun. It was
Oh,
a really
no.
nice conversation. It was really good. I just wanted to make it a bit more relaxed for poker. So I've just had to laugh because obviously we said to message Dick, and Dick's like, "No, you keep me this out of this."
Yeah, that made me laugh.
And then obviously I had to tag at Spurs. Defo message Dick.
Yeah, definitely send it to him.
Oh, Dick's probably right to come up. I'll keep winding him up because then he can come and have a few beers with me.
Yeah, get Dick in here.
He could come in here, but nothing stopping him. Do you want to come in, Dick?
Don't be
Come on, we
a dick.
need to-
I've sent Colon a message as well because Colon will probably come in now because Colon doesn't want to be in the same meet as Spurs.
Just what a poor choice of words. Do we
Oh,
like-
but he sends me 4 messages asking me if I want to come in. Doesn't tell me Spurs is in here.
Well, you know why he doesn't want to be in here with Spurs, don't you? Because they're actually the same person.
Yes.
No, they're not. You know how I know they're not? Because I've seen them both in Gem Panda's server at the same time, so I know that they're
But
not.
that's not real life. One could be a recording.
No, it's not. There's no way in hell that Spurs could be a recording.
No, but Colon could.
That's true.
No. I've seen the videos that Colin has posted to you guys. There is no way he's a recording.
Can you guys hear
There's
me
no
now?
way.
I can hear you.
I
Ilya.
hear you. Hi,
Oh
Ilya.
my gosh, my cat. I'm going to kill my cat. My cat walked all over my keyboard on my laptop and it messed up every setting. And I had to go back through the actual sound settings to reset everything so sound would pick up for me.
Oh, Amy got 33 chips.
Now,
Hey, time.
33 chips, Illuminati confirmed.
So,
So, Dick, I hear a
Dick,
dick laughing in the background.
we can.
Yeah. I
He's
just
coming
came
to
here
tell me
to
off.
give the fucking barman some shit. You son of a bitch. I can kill ya.
Well,
Made me
if
laugh.
you want, you can come and book your flight and come and tell me off. And while you're here, we'll have a few dozen pints.
Yeah, we'll have to. It'll take a few dozen.
To be fair,
I tuned into the
as I
show
said-
there, and I hear this guy arguing with Amy, and I think to myself, "Where's the fucking link? What the hell's going on?"
No, I let him go
Check her
on
out
for a bit,
real
but
quick.
fair play. It was a nice, polite conversation, though. So that's one thing that Spurs does do well, better than most flat earthers. He doesn't get grumpy. He doesn't shout about it. Well, at least I've never seen him get grumpy and shout about it. And fair play, I've called him a lying dickhead before now on Gem Panda's server. So, yeah. He's quite nice to come on and be respectful to me after I've been an ass to him sometimes. So
Yeah, Barman.
yes,
How often do you come into Gem server?
I sit there quite often just listening, but I don't get on as often. Ooh.
How often?
Maybe three times a week.
Right, so not
Once,
as much
twice,
as
three.
me.
Oh
Times
God,
a
yeah,
barman.
nowhere near as much as you.
Yeah, I'm a Discord slut, right?
You can pay rent. You have to pay rent a bit, George.
I was going to say whore because I think you get paid on the side, but yeah, sure.
Hey, Dick. It's okay. I'll just slip it in gently, okay?
Give it to me straight, doctor. I can take it.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
No, you're right. I
You
can't. Oh, definitely not.
Well, not with your
That's why I
mellow
don't show
yellow
up for
dicky
these
drip
very
bits.
often.
I was going to say, I don't think we've had you in here before. But, Aimee, you got something there for us?
Some
Let me
housekeeping.
see. Ooh, some housekeeping, I think. Yeah, hang on. Let my computer catch up, please, if you don't mind. Stupid computer.
You and everything.
Let me see. Oh, let me check that. Yeah, because it's going really slow.
Oh,
Hang on.
got it. I hate it when it does
I
that.
can do it.
No, I
God-
got it.
Okay,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Got a summer for 5 monetary units from
Yay.
wherever the F he is. Because of the panic buying, I just ran out of toilet paper and now have to use old newspapers. The times are rough.
Love
Oh,
it.
dear.
So are they
Bad
using
jokes
the
are
New
turning
York
early.
Times?
Well, we're quite lucky here in the UK. The Sun is free, and they like give it out. I go to Spar to go and buy stuff, and like, do you want a copy of the Sun newspaper? It's like, no. It's like they're like, please just take one. Just get them out of here. You can use it to light your fire or something. It's like I don't have a fire, otherwise I would. It's like that's what's happened to the Sun newspaper. People want to give it away for free. It's crap. Don't burn it, please.
The rag that we have a local
Oh, that's
newspaper
one-
that does the same thing. It specializes in gossip. So we call it the rag, and it's just fireplace fodder.
Yeah. I miss having a proper fire though. Oh.
I know. I do too.
There's nothing better than a nice roaring fire sat in the corner, going like, or a log burner, even better.
The gas log.
You think?
Without the hassle.
No, gas ones aren't the same. It's got to be real. And what was that you were going to say then, Dick?
One of the questions that nobody's talked about through this whole thing we're living through right now in life is how busy the midwives are going to be in about 8 to 9 months.
Oh God, yeah.
Very.
And then still, huh?
Oh man,
Yeah, they are going to be very busy.
Yeah, I mean Gerber and company there that make the little jars of food and stuff. They better get ready because holy God, they're going to be busy soon.
And they're and in about 12 11 years or 12 13 years we're going to have quarantines.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Terrible.
Yeah, but if you guys want me to trigger Ilya's PTSD, just say the word.
Oh
I don't know about that.
no, me.
I'm not be scared.
Come on, you know you want me to.
I'm
You go.
intrigued. What are you going to do to trigger my PTSD?
Shots fired.
Well, my little lady, you know you must plant your seed. You know you must give in to Jesus so he can plant his
God.
work inside you.
Oh dear.
Wow.
Tell me more of this Jeep show, Devros.
Would you like to try again?
No.
Oh, where's Dad when I need him to hug me and
That's okay, little darling. If your daddy not here, I can help you.
Holy.
That's a sea creature right there.
Oh, it's time to run away. Is it half time yet? Oh, not quite.
It's not time yet, is it?
Oh my gosh, I feel so
What part
triggered.
of demonic do you guys not understand?
He's demonic, all right.
Listen here, digital demonic Davros. Honey, I don't think you did it quite well enough to trigger me, but really cute try. Really good.
Yeah, but that wasn't even the monologue.
You'll have to do a little. Oh, okay. Well, then give me your best. Come on.
Oh dear.
Oh no, because like there's 9 other people in here that may not want to hear it.
We're good.
Or the fact that stream may get shut down.
You were spreading the Lord's word, so you do your business, boy.
It depends on who wants it spread and where.
Oh, boy. Anyway.
Well, the only one who could ever teach me was the son of a preacher man. So
There you go.
That's that's not what you said the other night. You said it was the daughter of the preacher man.
That's what she said.
Oh, boy.
Was that preacher man Charles Manson by any chance?
no.
They're gonna break you though.
Y'all are gonna break me, and we haven't even gotten to the UnCalled Four yet tonight, and then I'm gonna be broken again.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yes, save it for the next show.
Gotta save me for the next show. I like what Jen said in the chat. Wait a minute, we like Ilya. See, digital, they like me. Don't do that again.
Just because they like you doesn't mean they're not going to hurt you.
That didn't sound southern. That sounded more like Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Yeah. Run, Forrest, run.
I love when people try to do country sounding like southern talk. It's real cute.
It's funny.
Bless
I
her
can't
heart. I love using that against arguments of stupidity. It's like, oh, bless his heart. And they sweet.
God bless your heart.
Yeah, it just means they're stupid.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Oh, Colon says he's going to be joining us for the second half.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently he's 25 minutes from home. Punchy's not said if he's coming to give us some bad jokes for the second half yet, though. Bloody Punchy. Half
You know,
a job.
Colin's other identity that we were speaking of earlier. When I have milk and cookies, I like to hold the bubbles under, pretend they're him, and hold the cookies under till the bubbles stop.
Oh, yeah, Bob,
Oh, Punchy's joining us for the second half as well. Oh, dear.
Well, y'all, Punchy and I have a big announcement. Are you ready?
Okay.
Go on.
We have decided that now that he's back on days, we're going to read Monday through Friday together on our date night.
I was going to say, you do know Punchy can't read, don't you?
So you know who's going to be doing the reading.
Yeah. he has the voice to text thing.
He has all the books, though, because right now...
They're colouring books.
I know.
Comic book too.
Arden, I gotta start somewhere with teaching them how to read, and if coloring books is where I gotta start, then let me start there.
That's true.
I love the fact even Punchy's in on the joke because he's like, she is going to teach me how to read.
It's hard to talk whilst chewing on the crayon.
Read good we do. English speaky well.
This purple crayon does not taste like grape.
Oh God, he's got it there. I know I'm supposed to colour in the lines, but I don't like to.
That's my boyfriend, ladies and gentlemen.
We're so sorry.
Oh dear me.
Hang on, isn't that the way he drives as well? I know I'm supposed to drive inside the lines, but I don't want
Can you imagine telling him what I like?
Oh,
Sorry, I'm going to break everybody in this chat.
No, that was quite good.
Okay,
I enjoyed
it's been a long time.
I know I'm going to be no good tonight.
I'm in rare form today, y'all.
Good.
But the border is closed down, so
it is, yeah.
We gotta,
We'll have
do
to-
something with.
Right, yeah, that was coming.
thank goodness
Has-
for video chatting, right?
Yeah,
As is
exactly.
funny. Yesterday during Black Site show, the Mandalorian goes, "Oh, I'm in Queensland. We haven't shut our borders yet." And I turned around to him and I said, "Well, you got a bit of a problem, right? Because the other day the Northern Territory did, yesterday we did, and last night New South Wales and Victoria shut their borders. Now Queensland borders the Northern Territory, South Australia, and New South Wales, so they've got no choice."
Their borders are closed and they can't go anywhere.
That's what you expect from a Queenslander, though. That is their logic.
Yeah, we didn't shut our borders, but everybody else did.
I really hope, though, by September the borders are reopened because that's when my trip is booked for to Canada. But
Hopefully it is.
Good luck.
good luck. I bought insurance, and then Punchy made a joke that we could just go stand at the border on the opposite sides of one another and just wave at each other. And I was like, no, that'll just be enough to make me mad.
Yeah, just across there. Yeah.
Sorry, Si.
Nice, son.
Thank you.
What was that hand? Diddler, diddler, diddler. 113
crap
chips.
is what it
Full
was.
house.
Did you hear the latest news on Chuck Norris?
What, that he caught the coronavirus and now the coronavirus is in quarantine for 2 weeks?
No, not that one, but that's good. So, Chuck Norris made a bet with Superman that in a duel, and whoever lost would have to wear underwear on the outside of their clothes for the rest of their life.
If you didn't know Superman, no one would get it, but
Chuck Norris won. If you didn't catch that.
We know. We're all nerds here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself, Barman. No, I'm just kidding. I am too.
It's that your avatar is you in a spacesuit with a penguin with a globe behind you. How could you not be a nerd? That's like
You know
with a
what?
camera.
Zip it over there.
It's even worse because it's one of the penguins from Madagascar.
It does.
Today I was trying to be really, really nerdy, so I was wearing my glasses, which I don't wear all the time. And I was looking, I had a Zoom, we were on a Zoom call, Punchy and I were with a couple other people, and I was looking into the monitor going, molecules, particles, atoms, ions. And that's all I was saying. I'm like, I'm trying to look smart here. Just let me say words.
There's a thing about wearing glasses, right? Glasses might make you look smart, but it just means you can see what you've fucked up a lot easier.
I can see what the hell I'm typing.
Well, I can see up close perfectly fine. it's far away, so I don't wear my glasses unless I'm like driving and stuff. But since I've been quarantined for a week and a half, I thought I should put those on, so then that way when it does come time to go back to work or be out driving and stuff, I'm not going to get a massive headache right away.
Right.
But I got a headache anyway, so what do you know?
Figures.
Yes.
I look like a librarian in my glasses.
I always wear my glasses. It's easier than losing them.
I'm in the background having the funniest conversation in the world. Somebody I've known ever since I started doing YouTube, like before doing videos when I was only doing music, is only just figuring out right now that I am the same person as the Canadian Thomas account, and they're shitting their fucking pants right now. It's so funny.
Hey, Tom did the same thing when he found out.
Yeah, it's so funny. The dude is just like, I just typed to somebody. I said, hey, it seems we're having a little problem with the back and forth trying to get you booked on the Shills. And I know it can't be personal because, you know, we did that song way back together and whatnot. And dude was like, holy fuck, you're Canadian Thomas too? He's like, what the fuck? I've been trying to figure out what happened to you.
Yeah, does he not know that Thomas and Dick mean the same thing?
Well, you know, yeah. Thomas is actually long form of Todger, so yeah, it works that way, right?
Well, it's a John Thomas.
Exactly.
Oh,
fuck.
damn.
Got a break.
That one.
Yeah.
Okay, boomer. 2-pair. Bastard.
Red Johnny's
Yeah.
sure.
Sean was the same way when he found out you were Canadian Thomas. He's like, wait, that's him? I'm like, yes. He's like, no way. That guy used to comment on all my videos.
It's time for my morning lollies.
Yeah, it happened to a few
medication.
people.
Godless
Team Skeptic
Summer
was
said,
another one. He was like, what? You're the same guy?
Godless Summer said Chuck Norris once roundhouse kicked the earth and it hasn't stopped spinning since.
Yay.
I love
And
that
I-
Out of
Chuck
the
Norris
solar
joke.
system.
I do too. It's awesome. 9 o'clock hero has another good one. He says Death once had a near Chuck Norris experience.
Yay.
That's awesome.
That's great.
We've lost
I don't know
Dave.
about you guys, but I'm really looking forward to our show tonight.
Me too.
I am
Yes,
too. I'm
I'll come back.
excited.
Yeah.
Don't fret.
I love the fact you knew I was talking about you, though, Triple D.
Well, I was busy with my coffee and my
that's what I'm saying.
medication.
Oh, fair enough. I thought you said something about that then.
Yes. Some of us were smart, and we went to the chemist early, and we backed up our medications, didn't we? Yes, we did. We're good boys.
I need to do that.
I think you might need to up your medication if you're talking to yourself like that.
Or just give me some.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have what he's having.
I only just took the medication.
How often do you call yourself a good boy?
All the
Well, it
time.
depends on whether I brought the toy back or not.
Depends where the crayons ended up.
Yeah. Next to the lip paint.
Oh no, I dropped the baby in the lead paint again. I can't believe Brady did that. That was brilliant.
Dear me.
That's the 10th time you dropped baby Nathan this week.
Oh, that was triggering.
I think that's the only bit of that debate I actually watched because we had the bit on. And I flicked in, I'm just seeing Brady Beaver like that. I said, what the hell? And it's on my list to go back to. I've just not had a chance to go back to it, but fuck my life, it made me laugh so much.
I can't believe that debate between Nathan and Fight the Flat Earth went for 3.5 hours. I mean,
Was it that long in the end?
It
Jesus,
was
wet.
that long. It was.
Oh,
And
well, that's
How
oh my
long does it
God.
take to tell somebody they're a fucking idiot? Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
but he brought nothing.
Well, every
have
time I
absolutely
turned over
nothing.
to, every time I turned over to the debate, there's Nathan holding a SpongeBob with a hammer saying science.
Hey,
Oh, God.
That's what it
Mr.
went.
Victory can tell you when he took his shirt off or showed the pictures of him without his shirt off.
Oh, God.
I
What?
came in
What?
with some really good hashtags. I hashtag Save Nathan's Dog, hashtag
Oh, yes,
Get
yes.
Cheeseburger Nathan, and hashtag Keep Nathan's Shirt On.
that was mine.
Well, I'm going back to
I
English.
don't get how he's made that part of his argument. Look, this is why I look like naked or topless.
Well,
That is not part of your argument.
He started saying he was going to take your shirt off during the debate. So that's why I said, hashtag Nathan, keep your shirt on.
Yeah, and James turned around and goes, "No, Nathan, we don't need to see that. No."
We did not need to see that. That is very true. I can tell you the timestamp, so if you watch it, you can skip it. It's 2 minutes and 12 seconds.
Yeah, but the problem with Nathan is he doesn't understand that if you don't have a particular amount of fat on your body, pneumonia is very easy to get.
Well, there's no chance of me getting that.
If he goes to a cold climate, he will get sick very quick because he has got almost
No fat at all.
fat. If you see the folds in his abdominals, right, it's not from having abs. That's from having no fat between your skin and your muscle, you dummy.
That's the rib cage. That's the thing. That's the rib cage.
Just to let everyone know, as you fold from this hand, sit out because we'll be going for half-time break in a moment.
Oh, cool.
Nathan thinks the virus is fake. He's begging to get it. Why does that not surprise me, Glover Mom?
Yeah.
He's really dumb.
I mean, Nathan thinks that everything is fake except his abs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To be
he's
fair, with how
disgusting,
skinny
yeah.
and things he is as well,
Yeah.
it's probably not a good idea for him to actually get properly ill.
It's up near Virginia, and that's getting painfully north. So Canada are going to build a wall and make America pay for it.
Right. Mexico have told Americans to hurry up and finish building the goddamn wall.
If and when the border reopens, I'm making a run for the border, and I'm going straight to Canada, and I'm staying somewhere. Who has a couch, and who has some way to sponsor me?
Oops, I forgot to sit out.
Oh, I'm sure we could.
Okay. I'm moving to Canada, y'all, as soon as the border opens.
Well, not the only one, I think.
Between Dick and Punchy, I'm set.
Yeah. Oh, and Dead Kennedy?
And Dead Kennedy.
Yep.
And Cheshire.
Yep.
Yeah. Shannon?
Shannon.
You got plenty of sofa.
You're a good company.
Yeah.
Plenty of
And then there's also Heat Shield.
Factard,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Punchy
Yeah,
just
fact
put in the
card,
chat she wants a dead Punchy Dick.
Jinshu says Palogia.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He's in Calgary, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not too far from me.
Yeah.
Oh, Beaver?
Right, we get 13
Beaver.
minutes for the break.
Factard.
Yeah. And what's your name? Professor Funbags.
Oh, God. On that note, we're going for half time.
No.
On Professor Funbags' note, it's definitely time for half time. He says we've got 13 minutes on this break, so everyone go and do your wee breaks. Go and get a drink. Go and get a smoke. Go and put a like on Creaky Blinders video, even if you haven't watched it yet, because our very own Jutmonk was his guest on that tonight. And we'll see you back here in 13 minutes. So the band is Last Alibi. That sounds right.
Indeed.
And the bassist is a friend of Tatty, so don't forget to check them out. And Tatty,
These guys are awesome.
Roll that music.
Yeah, these guys are great.
Band.
A generation disgrace. With nothing left in this place. You give us every nothing and we'll spit it in your face. A generation sin. We're left with nothing to give. Nothing more to learn, left to learn, more to will. Generation restless, it's so well within well. Satisfaction's nothing, it's the best that we can get. Some more times broken, I can hear it in my head. You can tell us generations in, generations in.
Explosions! Explosions are good. It means we can all sit back in and play more poker. Oh, damn it, I missed that hand.
Oh, shoot.
So, once
Globerman's
again,
got a lot of points. Holy. Does she know I could go into Streamlabs and just take them away anytime I want?
Oh, the power. Oh, the power.
You have a lot of points.
I don't think I have like any.
I've got a few.
I have none.
I did go into Streamlabs. My second account, I gave it 2 million points just to stop. Well, it was because what's his name was number one. I kept getting to number one. What was his name? Whatever. I can't remember. That's the one. Yeah, and he keeps because every time he does a comment or whatever, he can get the extra points. I'm like, oh, that's no fair. I want mine to be number one, so I gave myself 2 million points, and then someone went in and removed them. I was like, oh, who's a spoil?
Yeah, I've never once played that whole Streamlabs game. I know it scares me.
I don't get it either, Crunchy. I don't know what the fuck they're doing, buddy.
You know why? If we're Canadian, we get it. It's dumb. They're all like, haha, Streamlabs, fun stuff.
Yeah, we're too busy drinking, buddy.
Damn right. Well, of course, we have to drink so fucking cold out of the goddamn time.
Don't knock the Streamlabs game. Think how much it makes people talk in a show.
That's good action.
This is a bit of a distraction sometimes.
Just a little bit.
Oh, but when the hands are pooped like this one, I'm like, ugh.
Punchy, you're awesome. Thanks, man. So are you.
Don't apologetics. No, he's not.
Barman, did you just say poop? Aimee, what the fuck?
My
Stop
bad.
rubbing up our poor innocent barman, for fuck's sake.
A shitty thing to do, man.
I'm not used to this sort of language.
Virgin ears.
Yeah, I was just gonna say his virgin ears.
Swear jar. You need a swear jar.
Dark Knight, I'm so glad you think Punchy is so awesome.
When I reopen, I am having a swear jar on the bar, just because why not?
Yeah, there you go. And when I come to your bar, I'll get nice and loaded, and that jar will be so goddamn full of loonies, it'll be ridiculous.
Oh, no, you have to bring real money.
Monopoly money?
Like, none of that Looney Tune nonsense.
No.
Hey, it's real money, Just because it's worthless doesn't mean it's not real.
I want actual pounds.
Ooh. Barman's. I know what Barman's got.
You want pounds? Well,
7 and a 3.
I don't have pounds. I have kilograms for you.
Oh.
Good job, Barman.
Thank you. To be fair, I did tell everyone what I had. After Demonic Davros said, I know what Barman's got. I said, what? A 7 and a 3?
It's because you upped it on the. When you upped it on the 4, I knew you had it straight.
Yeah.
I apologize to Ilya Moon. You're awesome too.
We'll let this indiscretion go by this time, Barman, but just don't do it again, okay?
I can make no promises. Hey, I'm quite chuffed. I started this game with 50 chips.
Don't you mean 50 crisps?
No, we're on Satoshi's.
Satoshi's.
Oh. Who raised that sticks? Mr. Victory. Yeah, right then. See, there he is. Look, top 15 points. Kawase, is that 8 million? It is. What the fuck? And Dick Dawson just giving himself 2 million. You need to take 8.5 million chips off bloody Kawase. Or Kawase. However you say names, words, no.
Kawase.
Yeah, that one too.
Where's my 2 million, Dick?
You're 2 million dicks.
Okay, I'm getting there. Hold on now.
2 million.
We don't need to know what you got up to in college.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel a little bit intimidated now, and I was like, I don't know if I can provide that. I can fuck around and ask, but Canada doesn't have a very high population.
Yeah, I was going to say they're only a tenth of us.
Yeah.
Provide them one at a time.
Oh, dear me. Ooh.
So dark enough for the sick joke times, or are we?
Yes,
going
we
to
can
hold
do
up,
sick jokes.
Are we thin on material? We have a recycling policy, don't we?
We do, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We do.
We
It's
have recycled.
a bit like my underwear. It's always thin and wearing at the crotch.
Yes.
Too much information yet again.
Never.
When it comes to jokes, I've heard the same jokes. I've heard a couple jokes probably told about 10 times by now, so
Yeah.
we're really not too concerned.
It doesn't count when it's from you, though.
Of course not. That's just silly. Hey guys, why did the chicken cross the road?
To get to the other side.
Yeah, I just thought of that one. That's clever, huh?
To tell Spurs he was wrong.
Oh, so I missed that. Was Spurs being like a normal human being or a piece of shit earlier?
He was being quite normal. He had his little 30-second rant that the flat Earth has basically got all the scientific proof, and there's no scientific proof to prove the globe. But yeah,
He said the flat Earth has got no science to back it up.
It doesn't.
No.
You didn't hear him properly, Barman.
I say I'm mistaken then. I didn't hear him right.
Yeah.
But yeah, apart from that, he had a nice conversation with Aimee about women and children first and things like that, which would actually make for a good show bit. But I had to stop him just simply because it was like, this isn't pokerness. I want to laugh at people, not get into a really good conversation.
Yeah, good conversation.
Yeah, and I need to prepare for something like that too.
Yeah.
One needs to
Oof. Demonic, 22.
Oh, wow. Okay.
What is it with these amounts?
It's weird because I've got a nice hands in my nice cards in my hand, but nothing on the table.
All right.
I know it's poop.
Amy! Fucking Jesus fucking Christ.
But then if he's got either a 2 or a 5 or a 5 and a 6, it's not really going to matter what comes up for me, so I shall fold my 2 cards.
Yeah, I shall fold as well.
Yes.
Because it's poop.
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 My virgin ears.
Damn it, Davos. I was thinking of 2.
I know, and look at these odd amounts. They're not even at all. It's like it's a
1.
Yeah, it's not like a 5 or a 0 on it. So, good job, though. By the way, good job.
Yeah.
See, you got to learn how to play the table, not the people.
That's right.
Just a heads up, I one time made sweet love to that table, which I afterwards.
Oh, your one time at band camp, you had a chip stuck up your ass.
Oh yes, not just at band camp, but many other times.
Is that why?
He
Is
has
that why
right now.
some of the cards I can't pick up off the table? They're kind of stuck there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the people who sleep on top of it overnight. That's that real problem.
Well, if you run out of toilet paper, you can always use the Joker.
There you go.
I've always wanted the Joker's face right in my ass.
What? I just heard from a Joker and ass.
Ilya wants the Joker's face right up her ass.
Okay. You can have fun with that.
Oh, well, Punchy, have you got white face paint and a red nose?
Well, actually,
in all fairness,
I can guarantee one Joker's face that she wouldn't want up her butt. It's from A Death in the Family. It's where the Joker cuts his own face off and then staples it back on.
Oh, you've always got to lower the bar, haven't you? Oh,
This is
Lower the bar.
escalated in a weird way.
No, but here's the funny bit. At the end of that 4 comics, he goes and torments one of the Robins. I can't remember which one it is. He peels it back off, turns it upside down, and sticks it back on.
Is it a new joke for off your face?
he can't help it.
It wasn't. The Robin wasn't Dick Grayson. It was the other one. I remember his name.
That sounds really hot. I'm so glad I listened to that story.
Thanks a lot. Now Ilya's never gonna be horny again. Look what you've done.
not for a Joker, anyway.
Not my problem.
But I was gonna say, you guys, don't get mad at Digital Demonic Davros. He's from the Southern Hemisphere. They're weird down there. He can't help it. It's all the blood rushing to the brain from being upside down.
It's a bobbing with the straight.
There's no such thing as upside down people, Punchy. You're lying.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
You apparently haven't seen many porn.
Yeah.
Because I've seen some upside down people.
Which brings to mind a car joke. Yeah, someone said, Chris Katsula says it's Punchy, we expect it.
I bring the.
Oh, dear.
It's funny.
Hey, Colon's here to save us from the crazy. Maybe.
No, you've already had the crazy.
Is he here though
We
to
have
save
had
us
the
from the
crazy.
crazy or to join it?
How can I save you from it?
I don't know.
Just stop me from talking about toilet humor for once. So the other day, I
If
was
you can't
just taking
put
a
it on
really bad
ground.
and you're supposed to jump in and save the day. I'm giving you in here. The other day, I was taking a really massive dump, and
What do you mean the other day? Don't you not have one like every day?
I had a massive one every day.
Well, you should do, because it takes up time in work.
How do you think
you drive, don't you? So yeah, that doesn't
How
count.
do you think I say? Hey, I always take a massive dump. How do you think I stay so skinny? Proper diet and exercise?
just pooping. Right?
To be fair, Punchy, what have you had to eat tonight? Because you haven't sat there going, "Oh, my delivery's arrived. I've got my Popeyes chicken" or anything like that.
I had Popeyes a bit earlier.
Oh my god.
Why does he go to food? Now Barman's going to want to go and cook something and all that. You're always on food, aren't you, Punchy?
Yes.
I'm actually all right. I had a burger not long before the stream, so wifey made dinner tonight. That was nice. Just a beef one. Standard beef burger with mozzarella cheese.
Ew, gross.
What do you mean, ooh, gross?
Mozzarella.
You not put mozzarella on your burgers?
I don't like cheese. I thought you all knew that already.
What's wrong with cheese?
Well, but my nickname in your server for the longest time was Punchy, I love cheese or something. Because you changed it to that. Like, you knew.
Backtard is dueling for toilet paper in the subject.
And that's great. What is
what's funny?
it?
It's funny. So last week,
Streamlabs let him.
Streamlabs is actually letting it happen.
That's fucking hilarious.
Who broke Amy, y'all? Who broke Amy?
Oh dear, what the hell's going on now?
Oh my god, I love it.
But it's funny though. Actually, I have a couple funny stories. From last week because, as we all know, I deliver for a living, and so this week I took so much fucking water to every Walmart I delivered to, like between 6 and 8 pallets of it. And I got to one Walmart and they're like, well, we have one spot on the floor in the aisle for a pallet, then you just put the rest in the toilet paper aisle. Now I had forgotten that we are toilet paper because I don't go to the store at all and I don't care. So I was looking through the toilet paper aisle and I saw one aisle that was completely empty. It was just racking, and I thought maybe just like, they're clearing it out to put something new in. And I was like, where's the toilet paper aisle? And they're like, it's right there. And it was the empty aisle. I'm like, holy shit, there was not a single box or case or anything. So I had all the room in the world to put my water there. I was like, well, if you're gonna sell toilet paper, I'll fucking throw water in there. Like, yeah. Fuck. And then another call. So a different day last week, I had a rental trailer. So it didn't say Pepsi on it. It was just a big white trailer. And so I had barn doors on it. So as I was backing in, I had to get out and go open the barn doors before I backed into the door. And as I was opening the doors, a car pulled up to me and they're like, do you have toilet paper in there? I was like, no, I have Pepsi. But then I was thinking afterwards, I was like, fuck, I should have said yes. So we would have been waiting and waiting and waiting. And then after I left, they would have been like, hey, where's the toilet paper? And they're like, what? You just brought Pepsi.
You have to fight over try and get a delivery of actual toilet paper and then just like run away with it, retire as a millionaire.
No, it's ridiculous. At the one Walmart I was at, I was joking with the receiver because I brought them a crap load of water. So I asked her, I was like, so are you guys expecting like a trailer or two full of toilet paper later? And she's like, no, we maybe get a pallet or two a day. That's how much. That's how low we are on toilet paper because they have to divide it evenly amongst all the stores. There's no fucking low we're getting. It's ridiculous. Like, we ran out of water. Like, I was taking the strangest orders to some places. Certain calls, like, because we have the 710 milliliter bottles of water, and we have the 1 liter bottles of water, and the 1.5 liter bottles of water. Now, I would never, ever in a million years take a full pallet of that to stores, but I was this week because we ran out of our regular water. I was taking them the strangest things just so they had stock. I was like, what the fuck, people? We have a treatment plant. Water is not going anywhere. It's been here for fucking 4.5 billion years. Fuck.
So we've got taps.
Yeah,
but I suppose in Canada you don't have running water. You're a bit backwards there, aren't you?
No, we tried, but the pipes froze.
The water doesn't run; it meanders.
It meanders. It oozes.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
it's only certain times of the year, though. It's like Maine. It's.
Yeah. Well, speaking of frozen pipes, we actually did have that. I think 6 years ago, we had it was like the coldest winter that I've experienced since I was alive. So in 30 years, and if Factard's in the chat, he'll remember this. It was below -30 every day for the entire month of February, and it snowed almost every single day. And so there were accidents everywhere because there were bad ice ruts in the roads, and the city couldn't do anything about it because it's too cold to clear the ice ruts. Our machinery wasn't strong enough. So, and half the houses
the King
in
and Ten.
the city got frozen pipes, mine being one of them. And then so I had to go shower at the gym because the gyms were letting people shower there for free because of the frozen pipes. And so I was showering, and some old guy's kind of looking at me as I was showering. I was like, okay, not thinking too much of it. And as I'm showering, I'm just putting my hands are in my hair, and I'm naked, of course, right? And then he looks at me and he's like, oh, for a second I thought you were a girl. I was like, he's like, I guess we couldn't be that lucky, eh? It's like, no, apparently not.
Yeah, we had the frozen pipes a few years ago too. We had that really cold winter where they called it the quote unquote polar vortex thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had that issue too. We had frozen pipes.
Speaking of frozen, onto space news. You realise they found ice on Mercury?
Yes, they did.
It's
It's on the dark side of the. It's permanent ice.
It's polar.
Polar ice, yeah.
Polar ice, yeah. Okay.
So how did it stay there? It's a zillion degrees up in Mercury, isn't it? 400 or so?
But not on the backside of the planet.
Yeah.
Backside is below 400.
It's polar. Goes on the back.
No atmosphere or little atmosphere?
Okay, Mercury's got a tilt like we do, right?
Yeah.
Backside of it is facing away because it's tidally locked to the sun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What I'm saying though, what I was asking, does Mercury have either a very little atmosphere or no atmosphere?
None apparently, but we haven't kind of got there.
Well, that's why then. It can be close. But if a planet's in the way of water, it's going to block that heat. And if there's no atmosphere,
Actually, the sun is a chemical reaction that causes like 3% of the ice. The rest came from asteroids.
Oh.
So it's a permanent ice fixture or not?
Been
We
there
all
for,
learned something.
it's been there for donkey's years. I don't know how long a donkey's year is, but about as long as a Flurf's argument.
Yeah. Oh no.
Flirts can argue forever. No matter what.
It's like trying to get Chemo to stop talking about this black swan bloody thing. It's been strangled, tortured, turned into Peking duck, and he's still talking about it.
And they cremated the carcass as well.
Yeah.
Good job, Ilya.
Hey, go on, yeah.
Oh man, yeah. I'm in
Little Okay, again, that is a gun in my pocket. I'm not happy to see you, so just find that file button a few times, and it all will be good.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah.
So, there's a video that everyone should watch. Either watch it now for the premiere or after. Just watch it. It's on Dutch Heretics channel. Here, like Ned McGrant, him and Roxy, like Roxanne Lowry, do that, and it's a good show. I would say subscribe if you haven't. Check it out and subscribe. I put it in the side chat.
I've opened the link already. The 11 Commandments premiere. Ooh.
Wow. Damn good channel, man.
Michael Bay edition.
Sounds painful.
So just a quick question on Mercury. It's tidally locked, so the axis is constantly swinging around the outside, is it? Is that what you were saying before, Dave?
No.
It's got a tilt that's tidally locked.
Boomer?
Yeah?
Do you want the explanation or are you going to tell the story, mate?
No, I was asking you.
Right, so think about this, right? You know how we've got our 23.4 to 23.6 degree tilt, right? Depending on our oscillation around the sun and all that precession shit. Mercury does the same, it's just not as pronounced as ours, right? But because it's basically its bum's facing the sun, but its head's pointing away. Right, that's where they found the ice, is at the head that's pointing away, which is near the coldest point in space.
Okay.
So sense of that. What is it, perineum, Sonny?
if you want to, go and watch Anton Petrov because he's just released a video about it.
Now I just get you to explain it to me. It's much easier.
No, but you want to hear him go, "Hello, wonderful person. Time for What the Mess."
Well, I'm glad I folded that hand. So I did see some funny jokes a minute ago. Where'd they go?
It's
9 o'clock. Yeah, 9 o'clock hero. MC Hammer learned the hard way that Chuck Norris can touch this. I'm sure he has
And
another
Chuck
one.
Norris can find the end of a circle.
One. And Chuck Norris
love it.
can slam a revolving door.
I read a book on the dangers of alcohol the other day. It scared the shit out of me, so I gave up reading forever.
Chuck Norris created giraffes by giving a horse an uppercut.
Do you know why Chuck Norris has a beard?
Hide his third fist.
There you go. Well done, Barman.
Yay. I thought it was something like that.
Yeah. So one time, Chuck Norris and I shook hands, right? It was very pleasant.
And that's why we got Punchy in here, wasn't it? For the shit jokes.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. What happened?
You guys wouldn't have it any other way.
True.
No way.
True.
If you've got one green ball in one hand and one green ball in the other hand, what do you have?
Coronavirus.
Kermit's undivided attention.
What was the answer?
Kermit's undivided attention.
Actually, I thought the answer was Miss Piggy's property.
Yeah. Do you know Kermit's fingers smell of bacon?
Yeah, I was just doing the Kermit routine. Thanks, mate.
I know, but why does Miss Piggy sound like she's got something stuck in her throat?
It's just a small frog.
Did you know every
Barman's
time?
on song.
Did you know every time the church bell rings, Mr. T pities the pool?
What's that?
I missed that. Every time a church bell rings, what?
Mr. T pities the pool.
Oh. Oh dear me.
Do you want to know who was the last man to make eye contact with Mr. T?
I don't know who's the last person to make eye contact with Mr. T.
Ray Charles.
So everyone always goes on about the dangers of alcohol and how you shouldn't have alcohol. It can make you bad, it can make you grumpy and everything like that. And I went out the other night, I got absolutely legless, got home about 3 a.m, was a mess. Can't remember most of it. But the one thing I can remember is the wife being just off the tits all night at me, like, how dare you do this, blah, 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 being all grumpy, angry, throwing things at me. It's like, Jesus Christ, she'd been drinking tea. The men are...
Good morning, Amy.
Good morning, Aimee.
Oh, it's so cute.
That's so cute.
How are you?
Morning.
Sippy.
Yeah. That's so cute.
Oh my gosh, that just made my heart swell so big.
I know.
That's so cute.
Yes,
Now I want a
he's
kid.
adorable.
Now I want a baby.
What are you doing? Come here. Say, hi, Barman.
Hi, Barman.
Hello.
That little voice.
All right, time to put the kettle on, make him a Milo. Yum yum.
That was the sweetest little voice ever.
It was.
I know.
And he knows,
Nice hand, Ilya.
he knows it's not flat.
I'm sitting out because I'm starting to work on things on the side to prepare for our show, and Pepper is looking at me with contempt to take her outside because she's done eating. So,
Mommy, let me out.
she doesn't sound as cute, but she looks really adorable.
Yeah, you say that now until she poops on your floor.
She does not do such things.
She would if you didn't let her out.
Do not put that out into the universe, Barman. If she does, I blame you.
That's fine. That's fine. I'd blame Punchy, but
Well, you can blame me for anything. That's fine. I'll take it.
we do.
Good.
I mean,
Yeah.
Legally, that's good to know.
So I'm working on some things, but I'm going to take Pepper out real quick. And then I ordered today's Subway to be delivered, and I've got half of a roast beef sandwich.
Hang on, you're going to take her out? What? You're going to shoot her?
No.
God's sake.
I'm going to take her out real quick,
Just like we did old Yeller.
It's really, really cute how you guys try. I'm going to take her for a walk.
That's better.
Okay.
Yes. Sounds more appropriate.
It does.
Yeah,
It does.
that sounds better.
Why are you doing that? More Chuck Norris jokes. When Chuck Norris enters the room, he doesn't turn the lights off. He turns the dark off.
Did you know Google doesn't allow you to search for Mr. P? Because it knows you don't find Mr. P, he finds you.
That's quite good. I'm sure I saw another Chuck
It is considered a great accomplishment to go down Niagara Falls in a wooden barrel. Chuck Norris can go up Niagara Falls in a cardboard box. Thank you, Dark Knight. That was great.
That is a good one.
That was.
Chuck Norris doesn't read books. He stares them down until he gets the information he wants. Another one from Global Mum. When God said, "Let there be light," Chuck Norris said, "Say please."
I like that one.
Hey, Monica, if you can hear us, I've muted you the new mate.
All right, the kid in the background, or the child. I shouldn't say kid. That sounds rude. It's like a baby goat. Goat's eyes are weird.
Yeah.
Why are they square? Well, rectangular. Ooh.
Yeah, they're rectangular.
Yeah, but ghosts have the thing with us. Why are their eyes not rectangular?
Yeah, but can you think of another animal with weird rectangular eyes and horns and just like looking so evil?
Some kind of rectangular-eyed sloth demon thing.
Oh yeah, Punchy, I changed your name in my server again.
Oh my god, what is it now? put the cheese in me. You could have capitalized the P and put at least, come on.
Come on.
You forgot the sorry in the end.
Sorry.
Oh my go, check. There you go. I don't think it's as good as SciStrike's nickname in there at the moment, though. Smother me in Pepsi.
Smother me in Pepsi, is that what you said?
That's what I've changed SciStriking's name to on my server because she doesn't like Pepsi.
Oh, okay.
I was like, do you know where I work? She's like, yeah. She's like, that's for Coke. I was like, Barman, do you hear that? She wants me to do a job. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's when your nickname changed to Pepsi Sucks and hers was I love Pepsi or whatever, and she changed it.
My name to Pepsi Sucks.
Oh dear me, this hand is crap.
Yes, it is. It's total and utter poop.
Oh, Aimee!
It's not leave the hand alone. You don't get a good hand, you don't get.
Yeah, but no, Aimee, she's just actually trying to lull you into a false sense of security, and then she's going to take all your chips. Like
I
all
wish
women,
that were the
take
case.
everything.
Oh, oh, yeah, there you go. Now we're going to have to debunk you.
You have to start by debunking my ex-wife first, because she did take everything. Oh, 9 o'clock hero. Chuck Norris could drown a fish. I'm fodding on that, Punchy.
I found the true nature of the sun. There is no sun, just Mr. T's gold chains.
I like that one. There is no sun, just Mr. T's gold chains. Oh, another good one from Global Bum. Chuck Norris does not use spell check. If he happens to misspell a word, Oxford will change the spelling. Oof, I'm glad I stayed out of that hand. I would have had a full house at this point.
Well, I'm glad you stayed out of it too.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys have to see my hand here.
Well, make sure you hit reveal. Oh, 4 of a kind. Nice. I'm really glad I stayed out that hand.
Nice one.
We haven't had a 4 of a kind in a while, have we?
No, it's been a long time.
Yep, haven't had a good fourth for quite some time.
9 o'clock hero. Chuck Norris can speak French in Russian.
I like it.
Dark Knight Apologetics. When Chuck Norris gives you the finger, he's telling you how many seconds you have left to live. Oh, God, Tatty. Finland just closed its borders. You know what that means? No one will be crossing the finish line. God's sake. These Chuck Norris jokes are just getting worse. Global Mum. Chuck Norris's calendar goes straight from March 31st to April 2nd because no one fools Chuck Norris. Oh, for God's sake. I am loving them. I just feel bad that I'm just reading them all out of the chat, but I'll do one more. Chucky McNubbins. Chuck Norris was skiing in the Alps and there was an avalanche. The avalanche made the wise decision to go around him. Someone else could do some of the reading on them, even though they're funny as hell. But I think we're up to date at the moment.
Mr. T single-handedly canceled Fringe by frowning one time.
Do you know why? Yeah. Do you know why Chuck Norris's alarm doesn't sound?
Why not?
Because it's too scared to wake him.
Yay!
So Nigel Hero said that Bigfoot claims he saw Chuck Norris.
That's a good one.
Here's one. Mr. T once punched Chuck Norris at the exact moment he roundhouse kicked Mr. T in the chest. The result was the 80s.
Oh my God.
The dinosaurs, Global Mom says, the dinosaurs looked at Chuck Norris the wrong way once. You know what happened to them?
Oh, this is no poop.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Who's got a 10?
Who's
got a tenner?
I've got a 10, obviously. And a 5. And what other cards will I need? No, just a 10 and a 5.
Just a 10.
Is it you or a dancer?
You get a 10 and a
5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay,
Good job.
Pepper's good now.
Yay! Did you put some salt on it?
Yes.
Yeah, salt.
And cumin. If you ever watched How I Met Your Mother, who has salt and pepper without cumin?
My cat's name is Saul.
So
it's Saul and Pepper.
Saul and Pepper.
That's cute. Mike Bertelson has a great joke. He says Chuck Norris once bowled 300 without a ball or a bowling alley.
See, I like Dark Knight Apologetics. When Chuck Norris was in middle school, his English teacher assigned him an essay, What is Courage? He received an A+ for turning in a blank page with only his name at the top. That is quite a good one.
That's awesome.
Mr. T coined the phrase, I see dead people, after the waiters at Applebee's forgot his birthday.
God. Oh, I found a bad jokes page. Oh dear. Oh God, it's Reddit and it's bad jokes. Oh.
Godless Scummer has a good one. He says Chuck Norris can strangle you with a cordless phone.
That's a good one.
I like what you said there, but you go, I found a page of bad jokes, and you go, oh, it's Reddit.
Yeah.
I found why gravity doesn't exist. Mr. T just pities everything to stay down. Birds and planes are exempt because they are shaped like teeth.
Nice random to have Mr. T jokes.
I thought it'd go good with the Chuck Norris jokes.
They do actually. They go well.
Good one, Amy.
Pushed him with the cross and got killed.
Oh well. She needed some coins.
Yeah.
I did. Thank you so much, because I was going to have to sit out after that one.
When Amy has a food out, she gets a really filthy mouth.
It's a bus driver had dropped off the kids at school, but he had picked up, he was off on an excursion, but he hadn't quite realised. And so he had the teacher standing next to him and a whole busload of kids. And he noticed Nathan Thompson was walking along the street. So he swerved quickly towards him and gave it some thong and really went straight at him. Then he realised, I'm not on my way back to the depot, I've got a bus full of kids. So he swerved real hard right to swing away from him, or real hard left rather, to swing away from him, just missing him. And he looked at the teacher and said, oh, I'm really sorry about that. And she said, it's okay, I got him with the door.
Oh boy.
So Glover Mom just put a really good one up. When Chuck Norris looks in a mirror, the mirror shatters because not even glass is dumb enough to get Norris and Chuck Norris.
That's a good one. If you spell Chuck Norris in Scrabble, you win forever. No, Chuck Norris breathes air 5 times a day.
Well, here you go. My attempt at actually providing a joke.
Yay.
Two sociologists are sitting by a pool. One turns to the other one and says, have you read Marx? The other one replies, yeah, it's these damn wicker chairs.
Oh, God.
My God, Mike.
I heard a bingle.
Oh, looks like Bill might be playing in the background again.
Oh, Bull. He's pressing buttons. Oh, Dick Dawson says he's playing. Oh, dear. Don't forget to give me lots and lots and lots of chips then, Dick Dawson, in the thing. 20 million or so should do.
Okay.
Okay, what?
I'm just to that. Wait until it's my turn. I thought I was going to do it by now. But Tatty has left the building.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm calling you guys bluff, and I'm really hoping you overflush.
I think no, I don't think so. 128? No, I don't.
No, I bluffed all the way through that.
Damn.
Nice,
Damn.
Thank you. I was really hoping you didn't have a flush. I was terrified.
Hey, how about getting down to 12? Come on, Dick. Find me some chips.
Oh, God, Dark Knight. I've got to read that one. The real reason that Mr. Hitler killed himself is because he found out that Chuck Norris was Jewish. Oh.
Hey, guys.
I know.
Professor Pavlov's sitting in a pub when the last orders is rang on the bell. He jumps up and goes, oh shit, I forgot to feed the dog.
That's the thing. Everyone forgets about Pavlov's dog, don't they?
Nope.
I was walking into the supermarket the other day and there was a guy walking out with a steering wheel down the front of his pants, and I said, mate, there's a steering wheel in the front of your pants. And he said, yeah, it's driving me nuts.
Boom.
Thank you for the drum roll. Very nice.
Yeah, you're welcome. Oh. Right, I've got a funny blonde joke. So blonde takes a car to the garage for repairs. The mechanic takes less than 5 minutes to fix it. And so it was nothing serious, just shit in the air filters. And the blonde says, oh, okay. How often?
Oh.
Sorry. Got one that I don't know if I can read that one or not. I'll send it to Punchy.
Okay, I have no shame. So a black guy and a Jewish guy walk into a bar, and this Hispanic guy. Oh, I shouldn't say what it was.
Jesus.
Hey, it's not racist unless you say the punchline.
It depends what the punchline is.
Yeah.
Well, it's like that one joke. What do you call a black guy with an MD or a PhD?
Oh no.
A doctor, you racist.
How do you know he's not a professor, Punchy?
Yeah.
That's right. It could be a PhD, yeah. Some
I
PhD.
said PhD or MD, and a PhD is a doctorate. Doesn't make you a professor.
It is. It is.
Yeah, but how do you know they don't have some further education, Punchy?
Because I'm starting at the baseline. You can work your way up from
No,
there.
Punchy. No, you see, you're digging a hole, mate.
I think he's joking.
Oh, I am loving all these jokes. Always good.
Well,
So I
that
sent
case-
Punchy one. Oh, on colon.
A man walks up to a librarian and says, "Do you have any books on Pavlov or Schrodinger's cat?" The librarian responds, "It rings a bell, but I'm not sure if they're here or not."
Oh. So, what's Kevin Spacey's favorite type of music? Anything in A minor?
Oh.
I know.
I went to book a party at the library, but it ends up they're fully booked.
That's terrible, Boomer.
Just as
I
bad.
know it's that joke, John.
Oh, by the way, barman, I'm not reading that joke.
I was very unsure on that one because it's not technically racist,
Well,
and
if
it's
I'm not-
actually true. But I didn't want to actually read it either. But then if you won't read it, no one's going to read it.
Right. That's.
But, Barman, have you seen the new stupid thing that's out? If you call something out for being racist, apparently you're the racist.
Yeah. Now you're getting it.
I'll send you the joke,
What do
then
you
you
mean,
can read it. No, I said I'll send you the joke, then you can read it.
All right, give you a look.
See, because I don't think it is, but if Punchy won't read it, that's saying something. I think that's quite funny. I've just hit too many buttons.
Why don't black people go on cruises?
They're not falling for that one again.
That's not
I
racist.
just think, no, I
It's
thought it was
just
quite
politically
funny.
incorrect.
It's like if a midget tells you your hair smells nice, is that sexual harassment? Check. Oh, it wasn't even my go. It's okay, boomers go.
Okay. I'd love to tell this joke, but it's going to be a little bit, and it's very engineering based and science based. So I apologize. Einstein, Newton, and Pascal playing hide and seek. Einstein closes his eyes, counts to 10, and he opens them. Pascal's nowhere to be seen, but Newton's sitting on the floor with a 1 meter box either to the side of him. Right, written in chalk. Einstein goes, "Newton, you're terrible. I've found you." He says, "No. You found 1 Newton per square meter. You found Pascal."
For God's sake, that is actually quite funny. But yeah, that was
It's intellectually funny.
Yes,
sorry, all you Americans listening, a Pascal is a unit of pressure.
Oh, cool.
Oh boy,
joke.
Oh, I didn't even think I'd get through that one. Oh, good grief.
There we go.
I don't like that joke. Oh, this stupid webpage is not set properly.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if Americans have heard of a hectopascal before.
Probably not. If it isn't miles, they don't know it.
Like Nathan Thompson, I can't do that. It's in kilometers. I only work in miles.
Yeah. Holy crap.
I actually found out what cockfighting was the other day. That's a whole year of training gone down the drain.
Hey. Furlong by fortnight. Where are we? Half an hour.
I don't know if I've done these ones here or not now. I should cross them off.
Ooh, I'm really not liking these hands.
So
Who's dealer? Who's the dealer? Okay, Boomer. Yeah, it would be his fault, wouldn't it?
What do I do? I'm just sitting here doing nothing.
Oh, bloody hell. And I folded a bloody 3.
Folded a bloody 3? You didn't have a regular 3?
Well, no, it was red, so I'm correct. Got red on you.
Well, I folded a 6. Does that mean that's 2 3s?
No, I would have had trip 3s with a kicker.
Yeah, Barman, keeping the theme going, I've got a good one for you.
Yeah.
What you get when you put root beer in a square glass?
I don't know, what do you get when you put root beer in a square glass?
A square root.
Yay!
I really hope it's going somewhere else.
Punchy.
No, it wasn't, unfortunately.
Ouchie punchy. What are you doing?
Well, why are you calling?
Punchy.
I am well folded.
Because I think they're full of
3 and a 9.
punchy poop.
Amy, I am not. Amy. By the way,
Good job with the 3 of a
thank you so
kind.
much for telling me that. No, Demonic, thank you so much for telling me you had
You're
another
welcome.
3, so I knew that no one else had it.
Yeah, but I would have kicked your ass with a king kicker.
But you folded and they said you had a 3. The second you said you had that 3, I knew no one else had it, so I was like, alright, time to go 20 chips in.
Ooh. There we go. 28 minutes. I can win lots more chips. If you spell Chuck Norris wrong on Google, it doesn't say, did you mean Chuck Norris? It simply replies, run while you still have the chance. Do, 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 do.
That's a big blind posting there, Mr. Barman.
Or is it?
He's a piece of shit.
No.
Godless scummer. There's a new brand of black that's called Nathan Thompson's. They irritate the shit out of you.
Yay!
Oh, this one's good too. Sorry. A classics professor goes to a tailor and says, to get his pants mended. The tailor says, Euripides. Professor goes, yes, Eumenides.
Oh, that was quite good.
No. I like it.
Dude. Yay, everyone's falling into my trap. Dun, dun, dun.
You are way too cunning for us.
Yes. We never once saw it coming. Whoa.
He's a cunning linguist.
Yay!
He likes trucking. He likes to truck.
I do not know where this headache and cough has come from, but it needs to go away.
From your head?
Well, the
Corona.
headache, I was gonna say the headache probably came from your head, and the cough probably came from your throat or mouth.
Allergies?
Maybe, yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Because they came early here.
Damn you, I did wonder if I would get this right. How are you still going through that alphabet of 12s?
I've been in isolation for
The whole
like
point
2
in the
weeks.
big bets was to get rid of everyone like that.
Hey, Sarcastic, I believe the trap was set and you fell into my trap very well there for that hour.
You were lucky on the bloody last card.
I was
What were you
not.
still doing in playing 12s on that bet? Yeah, if you hadn't had the last card, you would have lost.
Extreme skill and debonair, mate. Just cop it. You know how I am.
Oh, I would have been more amused if a flush had come up, because then you would have been even more screwed.
Oh, wouldn't I have
Damn
been
you.
upset? I dream for a world where chickens can cross the road without having their motives questioned.
Damn my king and ace. Probably the best sort of bass hand I've had all night as well.
What's that crap? What's that crap?
It's bottom.
It's a 2. It's another 2. Oh, Eden Aquaphonics. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. Apart from Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris expected the Spanish Inquisition.
Yeah, they had to make a 300-year appointment.
Yeah.
Mr. Victory's got a 6.
Ooh, yep.
Maybe he's got a 6 and a 3.
No.
No, he would have bet more if he did.
Definitely not. Yeah.
Not a lot more, though.
Maybe he's got a 3 and an ace.
Not like you.
I wish I had a 3 and an ace.
He might have 2 3s. In fact, he probably has. He's going to soft bluff.
I may actually use this.
Oh, it's one of those.
Oh.
Well, at 2 at a time, it's just funny. It'll slowly, because everyone will probably play an extra 2 each time, apart from Demonic Devils,
Barman's
obviously.
pushing. Barman's pushing.
Oh, Aimee fell out as well. Oh, gosh. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, Boomer, oh no, you didn't break the rule. You only went up by 2. That's fine.
Oh, what's the rule? What's the rule?
No, you did go. You did it. Oh, what the hell?
Well, what's the actual rule?
Don't tell me what to do.
Oh, he does have a
Ah, jeez. Someone's just going to go all in and say bugger it.
Don't give OK Boomer ideas.
Ideas, what are they? I've heard of those things.
I'm not sure. I think that's where you get a light bulb come out your nose or something.
Oh, Uncle Fester style, right. Yes, okay, now I'm with you. The way we did it back in the day. You kids are soft nowadays, man.
Here we go again.
Oh, for God's sake. I'm going to break the rule. We'll just skip ahead of time. There are no rules anymore.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
This is Fight Club. The only rules are you don't talk about Fight Club. Second rule is you don't talk about Fight Club.
Oh my God! I should have.
Now it's painful. Now it's painful.
Oh, that hurts. I'm gonna cry. It's not gonna be pretty.
Oh yeah.
Because
That's already standing up. Eyeing up that key.
So has he got the 2 6s? That is the question.
You're not going to push me out. I'm going to do it now.
I had the 2 6.
wow, good job, Barman.
Good one.
Damn.
Good one.
Nice.
Because I was feeling sorry for you after the last
That was
Oh,
pretty fun.
10 and ace for Aimee. Oh.
Yeah, I know. And I folded because it was too big. Because I'd had poop all night, so I just kept going on the poop. Oh well, still had fun though. So.
Chris Casolis, this is always strip poker because we're all actually already naked. So that's why we can't turn the cameras on.
Trust me, you do not want to see me naked. So we're not turning on cameras.
Damn it.
You guys can't afford the therapy. You turn it on me, so.
Oh.
Chucky McNubbin has a funny comment here. He says, Wolf Creek is totally fictional. There was a Jeep in it that actually worked, and it even made it to 120 kilometers per hour.
Oh, Dick Dawson said,
bye,
enough
Dick.
later, dude. Bye, Dick.
Okay, I'm back.
Thanks for man.
Oh dear, Punchy's back, which means he's been finding jokes or eating
No,
food. One of the two.
no, I just had to go take a whiz and figured, well, I'm up. Might as well take a pit, or might as well go for a cigarette.
I thought you were finding food again.
No, I have food right beside me. But it's some leftover Popeyes.
Popeyes chicken.
Boom.
What happened there? Oh.
Barman.
Yes.
Why is it hard to explain puns to a kleptomaniac?
I don't know. Why is it hard to explain puns to a kleptomaniac?
Because they're always taking things, literally.
Oh. I knew it was coming. I couldn't even ask the question with a straight face. Cool.
I was following a cyclist along the freeway the other day, and he got up to 80 kilometres an hour before he fell off the bonnet.
Oh, I like that one. 826. That's a shitty fucking table.
Hey, don't knock the table. It's the cards you don't like.
Oh, all right then.
Hey, quit ragging on the table.
That's a dick flop.
It's a dick flop.
Where's the casual?
Hang on, that's what the table said to you, wasn't it, Punchy? And then you decided to dick rag all over it.
Hey,
Dick rag.
I told you that in confidence. How dare you?
Dark Knight
Because I live
apologetics.
in the southern hemisphere and you can't touch me because flat Earth.
There you go.
The joke's on you, pal. Once the borders reopen, I'll fly over there so fast.
It's a pricey flight, so good luck with that.
Wow, I'll do it. Hey, speaking of prices and traveling, how is everyone's gas prices right now? Holy shit, are they low where I live?
I was going to say ours are dropping here as well.
Yep, they're dropping here too.
Now keep in mind,
it only took $22, so yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, now keep in mind,
down
like
to $1 a litre.
Oh really? Oh, I'm down to 73 cents a liter. And now the Americans are laughing because that's normal for them. But they're down to like less than $2 a gallon. You motherfuckers.
Yeah, but when you're beating up all the countries that deliver your oil, of course you get it cheaper.
Yeah, don't blame us citizens, so we're all good. I'm gonna take care of cheap prices.
Told me the price of hers because she's in the southern states, and I think she says like $1.70 something. I think she said a gallon. I was like, holy shit! Like I thought 73 cents a liter was good, but
yeah, that is actually good.
No, it's amazing. Sorry?
Last I checked, it was $2.20 when I filled up, and that was on Friday. But I'm sure it's gone down since then. I'll have to
That
check.
works out to less than 60 cents a litre. I mean, that's
yeah, and that's still pricey compared to the southern states. Like,
yeah, it's higher up here than it is in the.
Yeah, it's like the further south you go. Well, I should say the further south. I say the closer you get to the equator, the cheaper it is. Then the further away you get, the more expensive again. Because if Demonic Davros said that $1 a liter was cheap for him, I don't want to know what the fuck regular gas prices are there. Because $1 is like average here.
we were going up to around $1.72.
Holy fuck!
That was at the peak. It's back to $1.50 now, isn't it?
We had $1.06 2 days ago, but we had some stores that were doing anywhere from 95 to $1.01.
And then here in the UK, we just pay far too much for our petrol.
Yeah.
You know why? Because you call it petrol and not gas.
Sorry, gas. Gas is gas. Gas is different. What does your cooker run on, Punchy?
Pardon me?
What does your cooker run on?
My cooker, electricity.
Okay, and what do you fill balloons up? What do you fill balloons up with?
Helium.
Which is a
gas.
There we go then.
Yeah, well, you know what? A petrol can also be more than one thing if you decide to make up words for things. Like, for instance, you're a petrol. I just changed that to mean you're a poopy pants.
LPG, right? Liquid petroleum gas.
Yes.
Gas.
Whereas
Whereas
the last word.
petroleum distillate kind of makes petrol sort of sound correct, doesn't it?
Yes.
Sorry, did
And
I
if you've just got distillate, you've got diesel.
Oh, we think that might be a little bit illiterate. It's all that French. It's destroying your language.
And if you have
which is funny
diethyl-
because Punchy lives in the French asshole country.
No. Winnipeg's actually surprisingly not that French, except for the one part closer to the middle of the city called who I can think of right now. Why is it escaping me? It's the one French part of the city. It's called. Oh, it's escaping me right now. I told Amy about it before.
The French part of which city, Louise?
Winnipeg. Winnipeg.
Oh,
Winnipeg, yeah.
Why can't I think of the name of it right now? Why am I drawing a blank?
You said it was not that French. How do you have not that French? It's either French or it's not.
Well, no, it's because Canada is bilingual. But most of Canada, the further away from Quebec you go, the less bilingual it becomes. But if you go into Quebec, it's straight up just French. They hate English with a fiery passion.
Do you say parler English, or do you français, or like how do you?
No, I don't know any French.
I reckon the Eskimos and shit that live up in northern Canada would be a little bit pissed off with you too.
Holy shit!
Oh,
what the poop?
Hey!
Oh my! I just noticed that as I look.
What are you doing?
So,
the French part is called.
Who's now wishing they could bet and knowing they can't?
Oh yeah.
So, by the way, the French part of Winnipeg is called I just had it. What the hell is wrong? St. Boniface. And when you go there, it's all French, which is fine. But like for my job, for instance, when I deliver there, if I print out a pick sheet, then it just tells me what I need to grab from the truck to deliver. It prints it out in French. I'm like I can understand the invoice being in French because I'm giving them the invoice, but the pick sheet is for me, so I know what fucking product I'm picking. We already have like 40 fucking flavors of Rockstar. I barely know them, and now I gotta fucking learn. I gotta read this in French. What the fuck?
What Rockstar? How does it?
It's a drink.
It's an energy drink.
It's an energy drink. I'm sure it depends on where you live, but in Canada, or at least where I live in Canada, Pepsi owns Rockstar. So
you get Rockstar
Ugly German Trues asks, does Punchy go there to be drawn like one of their French girls?
Always.
Yay!
Always.
I win with an ace kicker.
Awesome. Backyard, Backyard says, look at the goddamn chat. Oh, say Boniface. Oh, Backyard, until he put it up there and told me. Backyard, I was busy playing poker. Okay? Brah.
Okay, brah. Come on, brah.
Don't forget to apologize.
Brah.
I'm sorry.
Actually, I got an invitation to France. Someone sent me a French letter with cum in it.
Hey, Burma, how low can you go and don't say a chihuahua?
well.
Pond scum, maybe?
That is.
He's I thought I'd finish on the biggie. Always do your best song last.
Yeah, but we've got like 11 minutes left. You could get a good one. Oh, silence. Everyone's concentrating now.
I must say, this has been a very entertaining morning.
What are you talking about? It's 5:50 in the afternoon.
What are you talking about?
Living in the past, Punchy.
Times that exist. All NASA lies.
If you want any horse racing results or game shows, we can send them to you. You could make some serious money.
Yeah, it's mid-morning here.
Yeah. It's Monday morning.
And then in the real world that gave you all your times, it's actually 10 to 11.
Right. Actually, it wasn't you that gave us time. It was causality, so piss off.
Yeah.
Well, we just happened to be lucky enough to be the place for causality to go, yeah, GMT is here. GMT, obviously.
GMT can be GMT, but I live in Central because it's Central.
Yeah, but
you're all centralized around me.
Why is the international date line in between the Americas and Australia and Japan?
Because
why is it there?
Well, it looks like I'm staying in isolation because they just updated the count on Tennessee Department of Health. Well, now everybody knows where I live, but that's okay.
We sort of guessed it was somewhere around there.
Oh, wait, hold on. You live in Tennessee? Sweetie, with your accent, I would have sworn you lived in Alaska.
Whatever. It jumped up 36% in 24 hours.
That's crazy.
And there's 1, 2, 7, 8, 9,
11.
Numbers.
There's 32 cases within 30 miles of me.
Oh, damn.
So I'm not going anywhere anytime soon.
Please don't.
No.
Isn't it great that you've got the internet, you've got Discord, and you've also got a show to go on in just over half an hour?
Yeah.
I haven't been anywhere. I mean, I braved it yesterday and ran and got beer, but like I wore a mask and gloves and I sanitized my hands and yeah.
And yet I have to go.
I shouldn't say I nipped out to the shop today because we wanted some mozzarella cheese for the pizzas. And there's the number of old people going about with scarves wrapped around their faces if that's going to help them. It's like, the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, well, actually,
Why
what we
you
have
park
here
this
and a
place?
lot of other places is like certain times for things. Like with all our big shopping grocery stores here, if the first 2 hours that they open are just for the elderly and people with compromised immune systems, and then after that it's open to the general public, which I think is a good idea because, like I said before, if I have to go to work every day. My job is I'm out and about talking to people, but I'm 29 and I'm healthy. If I get the virus, I don't give a shit. I'll live. However, I don't want to pass that virus on to people.
No, it's very similar to what they've done here.
Oh, there's been victims actually 28, 29, 30, so don't think you can't get it, mate. People have died in the low risk categories. So
yeah. Well, I'm full of piss and vinegar.
It's a technical thing.
Also known as cheap alcohol.
Yes.
Oh my God! What the hell is going on with this man? I just saw an 84 bet.
He had to.
Well, I'm not going anywhere.
Good.
Well, we expect lots and lots of content, so start making some content.
Yeah, you sit your pretty little butt in your couch and you start filming stuff. Just be like, hey, I'm just gonna rate this frozen pizza that I have in my freezer or something.
Godless scummer. Chuck Norris's brain gives cell phones cancer.
What's that?
Oh dear. Chuck Norris's brain gives cell phones cancer.
Man, that's good.
So I'm going to be stuck inside for a while. But the good news is I've got plenty of groceries, plenty of toilet paper.
Hoarder.
Plenty. Well, I mean, it is just me. It's 12 rolls of order for one person.
Yes. That's more than I've got, and there's two of us here.
Yeah, got a little story about that. Went to pick up some medication the other day, and I'm not being racist. Asian lady, right, walks in to the chemist because the chemist actually sells dishwashing liquid because they get it wholesale and stuff. Mm-hmm. She walks in with 5 bottles of it, and the lady behind the counter goes, "What? How many dishes are you washing?" "No, we're not hoarding." And puts 3 of them away.
There's no cleaning products at all in our local shop.
Backtard, you're so sweet. I was sitting here saying, I've got plenty of groceries and plenty of toilet paper. And he said, plenty of friends. Thank you, friend.
That's why we
right.
love. That's why we
Thumbs
love
up.
Jackie.
That's right.
Pardon me for saying this, but this is my best impersonation. Thank you, friend.
Well, my 92-year-old grandfather is mending from COVID.
Yay!
If you can believe that.
That's awesome.
Wow.
That was awesome.
And
that's wonderful news.
my 81-year-old uncle is not.
Oh.
So they've moved him to critical care.
Wow.
Oh, sorry to hear that. That's
But
awful.
my aunt, his wife, who has the cancer, very mild symptoms, doing okay. And my uncle was very healthy at 81, still went running and jogging and exercise. So I don't think this virus discriminates against anybody.
Well, and a slight update. As of yesterday, in Manitoba, we had 17 confirmed and presumed cases. We're up to 20 now, which honestly isn't that bad though, given the population. It still sucks, but I mean it could be worse at least. But
yeah, we have 89. I just found out in Maine. So we have 1.3 mil for a population.
yeah, so
Well,
it still sucks that people have it, but at least it's not like spreading like wildfire.
what's the population in Tennessee?
10.
Whatever.
I thought that's what it was named after. 10 I see.
Most of them are in my county.
How many people live here? 10 I see.
6.77 million is our total population.
The
And
population of Canada.
we have 505 cases.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sometimes
Wait.
one. Does anyone
500.
else lose a brain cell when Punchy says things sometimes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was actually a Norwegian place had a beauty up of 2 hand sanitizers, and one said $4.95 per one, $95 for 2, in order to stop the binge buy.
Hey, Ilya, what was the total confirmed cases or confirmed and presumed cases in Tennessee?
505.
505. And what's the population?
6.77 million.
So you're at 0.0075%. So.
Well, when you use percentages, that is not bad. But when I think about a 30-mile radius of me and how in that 30-mile radius, the biggest grocery stores are in my actual town.
Yeah.
Because we have the Kroger Marketplace, Publix, Costco, and Walmart all in my town. And people come here from out of town to go to these places. So when you think about that and put that into perspective, and think about the fact that there's 32 cases within 30 miles of me, and probably the bulk of the population within the 30 miles of me come to these stores when they're doing their bulk shopping and things like that. And there's other things that I'm not going to say because it'll give away exactly where I'm at. But people travel here for work too.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny because Factor said earlier, it's all related to traveling, and it's totally true. And that's why I said this is one time where I can say I'm glad that Winnipeg and Manitoba sucks, so no one wants to come here unless they have to. So I think that's why it's so low here.
Yeah, the one confirmed, well, my sister-in-law and brother-in-law, I say that even though it's my ex-husband, but still I was with him for a long time, so obviously they're still like family to me in their own way. Their whole family's in quarantine because they were exposed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now they have no symptoms, but they were forced quarantine, right?
Right.
So, but my grandfather is mending, thank goodness.
Awesome.
My parents were tested because they were exposed. I've not been exposed. I have not left my house except to drive around just to be out of the house, but I stayed in my car and didn't go anywhere.
So wait, maybe you have the coronavirus.
Oh my gosh.
That's terrible.
Oh, yes.
That's
Thank
terrible.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's it. I'm done. I'm crying.
Yeah, time to say goodbye, I think.
Yeah.
I think so.
Well,
you don't
I
want
guess
to see me
on
cry,
that
it's not
note, this
pretty.
will definitely be the last hand anyway.
Oh yeah, it is 6 o'clock actually, so yes.
Yeah, I didn't realise that the last 2 minutes had gone so quickly.
Yeah, my lame stupid bill. If I can't make you sick to your stomach, then I don't even know what I'm doing with my life.
Well,
Yeah,
can we
and I just
sort
get a
of end-
notification. Just get a notification. Eie Network, Validation Boy, and Copeland. I mean, the two scummiest people on the planet.
There you go.
Oh boy.
Can we end on a very light note? Because I have a good comment from Dark Knight. He says, fear of spiders is called arachnophobia. Fear of tight spaces is called claustrophobia. And fear of Chuck Norris is just plain logic. I love it. Thank you, Dark.
I like
That's
that.
perfect.
Ooh, got one card left to come.
I wonder how Chuck Norris likes these Chuck Norris jokes. He thinks to himself, wait a second, I'm a nice guy. Why is everyone so afraid of me?
Poor thing.
Oh God, no.
Oh, and look, Mensa Girl just posted a video.
That's what the oh God no was for. That
What
just
was it?
Oh.
came up on Mr. Sensel's Enemy Intel. Mensa Girl, 5G and the coronavirus. Oh, please,
I
no.
promise.
Oh, she hasn't.
She has.
She's got
No, but
I
that's
hope that
that's
will
the
be
stupid thing.
in 2
I'm
hours'
in
time.
Mensa. I'm smart. Does she understand, right? People get ultrasounds, right? And they've been doing
No, she
them for
doesn't
decades.
She's
Why
thinking
wouldn't
with her
they say
pillow.
the same
That's
thing?
all it is.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they say the same thing about ultrasounds doing that to you?
Because they're stupid. But anyway, that is the end of the show for tonight. We've all got some cool stuff to check out later, especially some Validation Boy on with the UnCalled Four in about an hour's time, Amy, is that right? Half an hour? I get confused.
Half an hour.
Half an hour's time. Oh crap, I better run away. But yeah. Well, that'd be nice. If your show's 90 minutes long, we can all go and laugh at Mensa. I can't believe her name is still Mensa Girl. Jeez.
Yeah.
I know.
Hey, Barman.
It should be.
Yes.
Yeah, who is this Rorschach guy? And why is he keep painting pictures of my parents fighting?
I like that. I like that. I do like that. Right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
If anyone's got anything they want to quickly say apart from the obligatory no at the very end of this, say it now.
Penis!
Okay, that'll do them. Right. Everyone, we'll catch you next week for more poker, Friday and Saturday night, and don't forget the UnCalled Four in about 28 minutes. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
See you in a little bit.
I do like that.
Induction. 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 Ball. Induction. Sphere. Induction. Ball. Sphere. Ball. Induction. Sphere. Induction. Ball. Sphere. Ball. Induction. Sphere. Induction. Ball. Sphere. Ball. Induction. Ball. Induction. Sphere. 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 Ball. Induction. Sphere. Induction. Ball. 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 Sphere. Gravity is not an autonomous field modality.
The fuck did you just say?
Ball. Induction. Sphere. Induction.